Boelter Jones, Pro Football Hall of Famer, top 100.
Tyler Lockett from the Seattle Seahawks.
DK Metcalf.
Hey, Burleson, you're watching NorbCam.
NorbCam.
You're watching NorbCam.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is NorbCam coming at you live on this Saturday, one weekend before the regular season of the 2020 NFL season starts. Can't believe we're already to this point. But I'm excited today because this is going to be my first ever live fantasy football draft that I'm being a part of with the BOELT, my buddy Noah Boelter, who's part of my regular weekly roundtable discussions. He's actually live on his channel right now hosting this draft, and I'm participating for the first time, doing fantasy for the first time ever. So this is all new grounds, but I'm looking forward to it. And so in about 5 minutes, I'm going to be joining the gang to jump into this draft. Talked a little football beforehand, so I'm just kind of waiting to hear when it's my turn to join. They're right now talking about NBA and stuff like that. Let's just listen in real quick, hear what they're talking about, make sure I don't miss the invitation.
Games. I just think that there's one difference between the Raptors and the Celtics.
Basketball. All right, so they're still talking basketball. But before we get too far into it, I want to just remind all of you, if you like what you're seeing here, please do me a favor, hit that like button and the subscribe button and that notification bell, and it really helps me out in terms of getting traction here on YouTube. So appreciate you guys doing that. Some breaking news here. Today is the day when all the NFL teams have to cut their rosters down to 53 players. So it's a big jump. So a lot of guys are going to be getting dropped to the curb, unfortunately. And one of the first ones for the Seahawks is a fan favorite, Shaquem Griffin, brother of Shaquille Griffin, the twins. Put on waivers. So Shaquem Griffin, potentially, it could be picked up by another team, but it's a possibility if he doesn't, he could end up back with the Seahawks practice squad, which means he could still be, in the rotation. But we'll find out. At this point, it's yet to be determined. A lot of teams cutting players, picking up players, so we'll see how it goes. But even as we're doing this draft right now, or in a few minutes, who knows what kind of changes might be going on around the league. So we're kind of keeping a peek over at that as this continues to evolve. It's going to be a very busy day, very interesting day as we find out who the final 53 players are going to be for each team of this 2020 season. So, yeah, in just a couple minutes, I will be joining the BOELT for the draft. I'll just kind of check in here and make sure I'm not missing my invite to join their streams. We're simultaneously streaming this. Here we go. And listening again.
Basically, I don't want to say exactly, but kind of in the same way that we've talked about before, the Milwaukee Bucks.
All right, they're still talking basketball. I don't follow NBA, sorry. I haven't watched it in a while. Seahawks Martin, part of the regular roundtable, just commented, why did we cut Shaquem? Again, it's just we picked up a lot of linebackers and defensive ends, or at least pass rushing specialists. And, Shaquem was a great special teams guy, but wasn't, in that high rank of guys in that position. So it kind of makes sense why, they tried to work him in early in his career here. And last year they worked him on a couple of situational things, but outside of special teams, he didn't really have a regular spot on the team. And I wonder what was going to happen if he didn't evolve into a more regular part of that defense. And it seems like that just hasn't happened, sadly. Let me go check out the broadcast.
The Lakers just lost game one. Don't overreact. I still think the Lakers win the series. I think it'll probably go 6 or 7 games. The Lakers could turn up again like they did on Portland and just go basketball. 4 in a row, but I'm not going to predict that to happen. I'm going to say Lakers I'll say 7 just to be safe, but Lakers in 7 win the series. What is your prediction for who wins the series and in how many games?
All right, so they're almost done doing predictions now. This will be fun. I've in preparation for this, I've been connected with the Fantasy Football Counselor, who's also a big part of FTFN, the Fan to Fan Network, which is all in the descriptions below. So I'm applying a lot of the strategies. Since I don't know anything about fantasy, I figured I better get some immediate help coming into this. And Joe's a very knowledgeable guy, fun to listen to. I highly recommend his program, 16 Rounds. You can get a discount link to it if you want to prep for your fantasy league, and go check out his strategies. So I'm definitely applying those strategies here as I get my little list and my little cheat sheet ready to go. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. I did do the draft with the BOELT on the fan league, which was a huge league. That was... going back to my page here. Why am I getting an error? Ugh. Error? I can't have an error? What's going on? That's scary. Hey, somebody subscribed. Thank you very much. There we go. I think. Yes. All right, just making sure. I was getting all my draft stuff ready. Here he is. All right, so there's there we go. There's the draft situation, I think. All right, let me go check with the gang. I hope I'm doing this right.
Smarter at knowing that, and I think they'll find a way to attack that weakness and figure that out. There is.
Yeah, they're still talking talking basketball over there.
There's so much talent though on.
All right, getting close though. All right, so this thing says it's loading the draft. Let me switch to my draft view here. There you go. All right, so yes, it says draft begins in 25 minutes. So yeah, we're just a little bit away. I think we're scheduled to start at 10. So, all right, that's ready to go. I'll go back to this view. So, hey, Sam Dog, what's up? Sam Dog in the house. What's going on? As part of this week, of course, there's a lot of anticipation for that first game, and I know that myself, as well as Noah, and I think Sam Dog as well, are doing collaborations with a particular Atlanta fan, Sports Live in the ATL, David. I'm doing my collaboration with him Sunday evening at 4 o'clock p.m. my time, Pacific time. And it's been a while, but we've done a few collabs in the past where we've had bets, wagers on the game where I've won some, he's won a few more than me. So we have another one coming up, and you'll find out what that's going to be on Sunday evening. But we're definitely putting something up for this game, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in this empty stadium on Sunday, a week from Sunday in Atlanta. For those of you, I had some people asking about my Seahawks music prediction video. It's probably one of the most anticipated videos that I have, and it's going to be coming out on Friday, in less than a week. Oh my God, I got so much work to do. But yeah, so it's Friday, September 11th will be the premiere, right before the first game weekend. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, we'll see how things go this week. I've got a lot to do. I'm still in the lyric writing side. I have to have this thing, lyrics written, arrange the music, record the vocals, and shoot the video all in about 5 days. I got so much to do. I'm so far behind. Let me check in with Noah and the boys.
They're not. I think they're one of them's going to
I'm getting a hang up on
be freaking shots like at some point here soon.
They definitely started out hot.
All right, I'm going to jump on. I think I'm going to jump on there
Game 7,
just to be safe here.
Even though it was defense that really won them that game. But now let's talk about the Clippers in Denver.
I guess they're not. They're still talking basketball.
Just demolished.
They're still talking basketball. Okay, so, but as I'd said before in an earlier video a couple days ago, that if you guys are interested in making a little cameo in my music video, I'm kind of throwing this open to Seahawks fans and I guess fans of this channel. I could throw in a few. Since we are playing some of these opponents, I could throw a few people in their jerseys in the video as well. So if you want to be in it, I'm just looking for quick shots. You know, you could be doing some dancing. You can just be mugging the camera, just, flaunting your stuff, doing little Go Hawks, and I'm going to just kind of pepper different shots of people throughout the show. And if you're dancing, it's cool because it's a music video. So anytime you can kind of put a little something where it looks like you're kind of into it. There's so many songs, so I can't really recommend any particular one. One I have been telling people is that I am using one of the songs. There's 16 of them in this show. One of the songs is Savage Love by Jason Derulo. Savage Love. There's a little choreography that a bunch of people did on TikTok for that. So if you want to throw in your own version of that, I might add that. I've already had a few people submit some videos for that. So feel free to submit your videos. You can email it to me at my email address right down there, norb@norbcam.com. And I will see if I can sneak into the video. So that would be a lot of fun. So that drops Friday, September 11th. Get your clips to me by the latest by Tuesday, because I'll be up in edit mode hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday night, trying to get this all done. So get me your clips as soon as possible. That way I can have them at my ready and start putting me into the show. It's going to be a busy weekend, just keeping track of what the Hawks are up to. But for me personally, working on this music video is going to be crazy. But I'm so excited. It's coming together. I think you'll have a lot of fun. You'll enjoy the lyrics and some of the spoofs. Chrysostom, of course, will. I make an appearance, of course. So that's going to be awesome. All right.
Jamal Murray, I just
think they're
his field goal shooting, dude.
Still talking.
I mean,
or am I behind on this? I might have to connect and just see. All right, I think I'm going to join the boys. I don't want to miss my entry. All right, here we go. Joining in.
It's a series, Denver versus the Clippers.
This one isn't very hard. I mean, I got the Clippers. I think they could very well sweep this team with the way that Denver played in game one. They were killed, essentially. MPJ, I like what you guys are saying. MPJ can be the third option for this team, but he's going to have to step up on defense tremendously if he wants to even get playing time, because it's hard to play a guy if he can't play any defense. And he has the tools to be a great defender. He's lengthy, he's athletic, he's long. But I don't know. He's been injured a lot, and so maybe he hasn't had time to work on his mechanics on defense. He hasn't been able to work on that as he has been on offense. But I think that you would think that on paper this is a bad matchup for the Clippers, because who's going to guard Jokic? But I think that's actually.
Let me get this for a second. So, Trevor, I'm going to read some of your questions while I'm waiting for my turn. Trevor, I'm drafting 9th out of 10 teams. So I'm going to be in the late end of this draft. So we'll see who's there by the time we get to the 9th spot. Based on the fantasy football counselor, I am adopting the robust running back approach, which means drafting a lot of running backs early, since these guys are the workhorses, and trying to get the guys who are kind of the single guy, not running backs by committee, but the guys who are going to be getting the workload of things. So I've got my list of guys to get. Not going to fall into the temptation of picking sexy wide receivers early. Going to go with the running back approach. And
okay, well, now we are.
Oh, here we go. I think we're
so,
here.
Norb, if you want to join the Skype call, we are awaiting your presence very patiently. I noticed something on the. Whoa.
Ooh.
Where are you?
I'm here.
He's there. He's there. I can see him.
Noah, what's up?
Hold on. Let's hold on. Let me play with the Skype screen then. Here we go.
What's up, gentlemen?
Bam.
What's going on,
Norb?
There we go.
How's it going, guys?
So what's up?
Great to have you. So, Norb, I noticed something very controversial early about your draft board. So let's go to that screen real quick. Oh no, that's the wrong button.
Uh-oh.
The keepers, and Norb, it says you're keeping Matt Ryan.
Yes. Is there something wrong with
All right.
Hey,
Who
man, it's your call.
Who did you not keep? Is what we're trying to figure out, right?
Chris Godwin was on your team.
Yes, Chris Godwin was the name on there by default.
Okay. And then who else were you considering? So what led to your decision to keep Matt Ryan? Why is that your guy?
Well, it's based on my approach early on, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say here, because you are the competition. So, based on my strategy,
I'm writing things down.
I'm expecting that certain players are not going to be there when the time comes. So Matt Ryan is the player that, quarterback-wise, I had ranked up pretty high on my list, and I just want to make sure I had him when the time came, because I have other priorities.
I think Atlanta's going to actually be an improved team this year. I think they could be a surprise. They last year was their down year to kind of rebuild a little bit, but I think they're ready to rock now. I would think that.
Man, well, Norb, we both have bets this Sports Live in the ATL, so you're going to want Matt Ryan have a good game, but the Falcons to lose.
Hey, look here, man. I learned early that I've got to not let my team loyalties affect my fantasy football decisions.
There
hard
you
as
go.
That
There
is.
you
Very wise.
And it breaks my heart, because in the one we did last week, I didn't get any Seahawks on there, and I saw guys.
What?
I passed them right by, and I was like, "But I'm told this is not what I'm supposed to do." So
that must have been painful.
Yeah, it was very painful. And so to pick a guy who is going to be going against our team in week 1, I mean, I guess on the flip side, if things don't go well for the Seahawks, well, then at least I might be thinking, well, that's good for my fantasy team. That's the old fallback when you have mixed loyalties on your team. So we'll see. Absolutely. I don't know, man. This is my first time into this thing. So you guys are laughing like, is Norb crazy doing what he's doing? But we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, man.
Have fun with it. That's all I care. Yeah, have fun with that, man. That's cool as you're doing your first leagues.
It's only money.
All right, so I have a little bit of a change of theory, and this is going to sound a little bit like hedging, but I'm still going to win the league. But originally I wanted to be the 10th pick, but considering that it's a keeper league, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah.
I don't even really know who's all out. Who the keepers are yet. I only know a couple, I think, of the people I know in the league.
So it's all on the live. It's on the stream right now, and then it's also on the live draft room.
Yeah.
So the keepers, as of right now, Alvin Kamara, Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Saquon Barkley, Michael Thomas, Zeke, Tyler Lockett, Matt Ryan, and Travis Kelce.
Ooh, Tyler Lockett. Wow. Already gone. Right. Okay.
And I'm looking at the top of this board here: Dalvin Cook, Devontae Adams, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Derrick Henry, Kenyon Drake, Joe Mixon, Austin Eckler, Julio, Miles Sanders. So I'm projected. So hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm projected Tyreek Hill in the first round.
That's not bad.
There is a benefit that there are two guys. Like, it is the back-to-back pick thing. But, we'll see who's still on the board when we get there. What's that?
It's going to be fun.
I see what happened. So, actually, it looks like it's flipped. Noah, you actually get the first pick.
Why?
What?
Because the keepers are the first round.
Are you kidding me?
I have the 6th pick.
Wait. Whoa.
I just looked in the draft room.
But hold up.
No. It doesn't show that to me. It shows Jose as the first, in my opinion.
Does that?
Or from my perspective.
Well, you're actually, according to the board, it does say no at the first pick. It's a round 2 first pick.
Wait, round 2 first pick. So does this feel? This is all new to me. This whole keeper thing.
Yeah, this is
Guys,
new to me too.
Are you in the draft?
No, remember the other night we did the spin the wheel.
I'm in the draft room, guys, and I see Jose. I see the same order that you picked on your show.
So okay, so guys, check it out. Everybody calm down. So Calvin, what I need you to understand, of course I remember the other night when we set the order. That is the order that we set the draft in. But remember last week when we did the draft order for the BOELT Fan League and we realized it was within 30 minutes before the draft, I couldn't change the order. So regardless, this is the order that it's going to be drafted in. I can't control that. But what we need to figure out here is because right now it's saying as if the first round picks were already taken up. So the question is it going to start on round 2 or is it going to start on round 1? If we can figure that out, then we realize who has the first pick. But otherwise, it looks like the order is completely opposite of what we expected. Yeah. And this is a learning experience on the fly. That
I don't see what you guys are seeing. I see welcome to the draft. I have the 6th pick. I see Jose first, Steezy second, Dylan third, Nick, Jake, me. Like that's the order that you picked.
Are you in the draft room?
Yeah, I clicked into the draft room and I see Jose first.
Next to Jose's name, does it show the keeper?
Yeah, it shows Kamara, Jacobs for Steezy, McCaffrey for Dylan, Kittle for Nick, Barkley for Jake.
Yeah, so that means that the first round's already done. Because these are all the keepers.
Is that what it means? This is so crazy. Jake just texted me. He's like, just swap the draft order backwards. Jake, I absolutely would, but as we found out last week, you can't affect the draft order within 30 minutes of the draft.
Yeah,
and we're 11 minutes, 23 seconds away.
Oh, look at Noah.
Oh, man.
He, quote, accidentally sabotaged it, so he gets the first pick.
Yeah.
Right. I'm all-knowing and malicious. Or you're on.
No, bro. I think you accidentally somehow did that, I guess. Does that mean... I don't know.
Either way.
Why would they show this at the top of the screen, though? Because I can see the list in the correct order.
So if you go to the board view, now you can see I do think that I do have the first pick now. But what I think is important for us to realize here, while yes, it's not the order that we were expecting. Oh, and Jose just texted me and he said it tells him that he has the first pick. So I don't know, we don't know what's gonna happen. But regardless,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What is going on?
It says you have the blank pick on the left, where next to the time clock. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what Jose's seeing. You know.
So check it out, guys. So here's what's going on, right? Regardless of what order it's in, we did a spinner to figure out the order. So the only difference is what we thought the order was going to be versus what it is. Either way, it's completely random. Either way, it was randomly selected. And it's pretty clear that we still don't know what's going to be the order. So regardless, I understand if the order is reversed, I screwed up and I take full responsibility, but either way, it's a random order. I'm sorry for misleading you guys if that's what happened, but
welcome to Fantasy Football, Norb.
Well, so if I'm understanding it, because when I look at the board, it starts at the second round, finishes with the 15th, which means the first round is already done
or something. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so you picked Matt Ryan basically.
So it's filtering back to Noah. Noah was the 10th pick, but now it's going back to the 11th pick in a sense. That's why Noah somehow is going to pick first.
I'm not going to lie. I'm okay with how this was working out, but because I was just complaining about the 10th. Jake texted me. It was like collusion.
I bet. I'm assuming. I wonder if they're watching the YouTube right now, just talking trash to us. Like, hey.
So this really changes things. Because I was complaining about having the 10th. Now Bolaños has the 10th. If that is how it works out. With the first pick, now I'm man, my board, I'm not gonna lie.
You're not prepared. You're not prepared now. You're like, what?
Right,
I get to pick oh man. I'm
it's
sure
like upside down.
I'm sure you already eliminated some people off the board now. Now all of a sudden you're like, okay, now I can get this guy. Okay.
No, and I like having all these names back on the board, but now it's like Dalvin Cook or Clyde Edwards. But that's what I'm looking at because I have Clyde in the fan league.
Cook.
It'd be fun to have him in both, but Cook gets hurt a lot, man. That's the
true.
concern.
Very true. It's fragile.
So it's definitely a tough thing. Joe Mixon, Austin Eckler, who was my fantasy sleeper on the board. So Norb, if you have the second pick,
which it looks like I do.
Right.
Yeah, looks like you do.
With 8 minutes to go until the draft, still figuring this out. Where are you looking at? What do you want to go? You have quarterback off the board. You have that locked in.
And let me explain that Matt Ryan thing, because if this was a first round, there's no way I'm picking Matt Ryan in the first round, right? I'm probably not picking him until the 5th or 6th round. But I'm also not getting any quarterback, that early.
So I wouldn't get any now that you have one.
But that also doesn't mean that in my choices of keepers there was anyone in there that I wanted in the first round either. So
you don't like any of these guys.
Fair. Because I wouldn't take Kelsey in the first round, but he's my.
You might as well get Julio Jones, bro. Get Matt Ryan and Jones.
Yeah, it's really sabotaged.
Go wide receiver in the first round, probably not.
Devontae Adams is your protection. Combo.
Oh, I know. That's debate. That's the debate, isn't it? Wide receiver versus running back.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I think I'm gonna get a kicker. I think Jason Myers is gonna have a good year this year.
There you go.
And you'll finally get your Seahawks as well. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Then I'll feel like I saved my loyalty.
And I think what the real news here is that because if Jose Bolaños doesn't have the first pick, DK is staying on the board until the 10th. That's what we learned here. Because I think Jose texted me. He was like,
I'm as high on him as Jose is for sure.
So you guys were all in the league together last year, right?
Ricky. I was not. I just
Ricky, you're new. Yeah. You're new as well, just like me.
But
to this,
I play
league.
A lot, so yeah.
Okay, all right.
But I'm new to this league for sure.
But Dylan, Calvin, and Noah, the three of you guys did play together, right? So how did you guys finish respectively?
So I lost.
I think third.
I lost in the first round, but as Noah's explained before, so the day before I played him. In the first round, it was my birthday party at this Airbnb.
You remember this?
And I forgot to.
The excuses are. Let's hear this in-depth excuse story right here. I can't wait for it.
No. I mean, it's just what happened. But I forgot to. So I think I had who was in my starting running back spot because I had an empty slot at my running back position, and I forgot to put in Josh Jacobs. And so last minute, because Rashad Penny was playing Sunday night, he was the only guy that I was able to add. So my birthday party was on a Saturday night, and I didn't get up until I think it was Sunday afternoon. Like all the games were already playing, all the morning games were playing, and I wasn't able to put Josh Jacobs into my lineup, and so I had an empty spot.
Game. Oh my!
And this is the first round,
and I was home to watch.
This was the Rams game where he tore his knee.
This is the Rams game.
Oh man!
So I put in Rashad Penny.
He was about to have a game that day too. He was going to have a game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I added him because I was like, okay, you know what? Like maybe it's not so bad. I think Rashad Penny's gonna break out tonight, and then so I start him. And this is the key of this is the first round against Noah, and he tears his ACL, and and I got eliminated. But
I was almost about to say who had the least amount of injuries. That's usually who did well.
Right. Hey, you guys.
For me, I was terrible. I was one of the worst teams in the league up until I traded for Tyreek Hill, and I kind of went on a little tear to make the playoffs last minute. I made a little run, but I think it was a little blunder at the end that kind of led to my downfall. But who's to say I still would have? I mean, who's to say I would have won? I'm just saying I forgot to, put in Josh Jacobs, and he could have been the difference.
Give Steezy a chance. Let's go.
Hey, do you guys hear about Shaquem? You guys hear about Shaquem Griffin?
Oh no, we'll touch on that in just a second.
Oh, okay, all right.
Just for the record, Bolaños he's adamant that he has that first pick. So he's telling me he's texting me. He says, "I'm getting it. Like it's telling me." So we'll see, man.
Him on the speed right now.
We'll see. I'm trying not to get my hopes up for the first pick and then have the 10th again, and then So we'll see what's going on. But Norb, you brought it up. Shaquem has been cut. There's a chance we're going to bring him on to the practice squad. I would love to see that happen. He hasn't been uber productive, but he has had flashes. Let's go, Norb. You brought it up. Let's get your thoughts on it. How do you feel about the potential of Shaquem coming back on the practice squad and the fact that he has been cut?
Well, this is one of those things where your emotions for a player don't always coincide with the business matters of the team. And as much as you didn't want to see the Shaquille and Shaquem Griffin combination broken up, he just hasn't been the same type of level of player that Shaquille has been as far as value to the team. He's been a great special teams guy. He's had flashes. They had that dual Shaquille sack on Rodgers in the playoffs, which could have been huge. Who's to remembered if we won that game? But unfortunately, it was like one of the few times it actually happened. So he just hasn't been there, day in, day out to be that guy that we all hoped he would be. And then now with all the moves at linebacker, bringing in all these edge rushers, I can see how things are getting crowded, and there's only so much room on that 53-man roster. So I'm disappointed because I always wanted something better for him, but for whatever reason, it just hasn't happened. Just like I've been always saying, I love Ursua. I want to see him make something happen. Maybe this is the year it does, but so far he just hasn't had those opportunities for whatever reason. So I'm sad, but I'm hopeful that he will clear waivers and still end up on the Seahawks on the practice squad, because I guess I don't see people jumping out and grabbing him as a high priority just because he hasn't really been seen much. So we'll see. But yeah, sad right now that he might be leaving as a Seahawk.
Yeah. All right. Ricky, what are your thoughts on the Shaquem deal?
I mean, he doesn't. My biggest thing with him, because as soon as they started to use him as a pass rusher, I want to say like second quarter of the season or whatnot, he's elusive. Like, he can get away from people. Like, he can kind of slide by the the defensive ends and kind of spin by people and kind of do those kind of moves. He just doesn't have the power. I think he can't really push through anybody. Obviously, like people when he came out of the draft, it was like, where do you use this guy? Is he like a linebacker or like a pass rusher? Can he actually like play pass coverage? Like on a tight end maybe? And people didn't really know, and I don't think the Seahawks really knew. They just looked at talent, right? When you draft people, it's like, this guy's just uber talented. I mean, and they knew his mind was right. I think the Seahawks sometimes draft people for their mind is good, their morals, they're hard workers, that kind of a thing. And I think he is. I think he works his butt off. And the issue with him is they were just starting to find a niche where he could kind of maybe be an edge rusher, and that's it. I mean, like it's almost like that's the only spot that worked for him. They tried to use him in special teams. I mean, he didn't really make too many big plays. So can he be an edge rusher? I mean, that's it. The thing is, the Seahawks need that. Like, the Seahawks need right now someone who can be elusive and kind of weird in that way to attack the quarterback, and find a way to get penetrate the defensive line of the other team. But is he the guy? I don't know. I think that's where they're questioning right now. Like, is it worth it to kind of have him take a roster spot just to kind of hope he can be that? I think there was some potential we saw when they did use him, and maybe it's just how bad the pass rush was for the Seahawks like last year, like that he looked so good because we just didn't have anybody else other than Clowney actually getting by the defensive lineman, maybe a guy or two.
Am I picking here? Sorry.
Hold on. Sorry, Ricky. The draft has officially begun.
And Noah, you're on the clock, so it's you. It is you.
I have.
Oh, it is Noah.
So it is. The first round is in the books. Sorry, Jose.
I'm not even on my board. Collusion. Oh man, hold on. Let's go to the board. Got it. That's the one. That's the one. I rigged it so I'd get the 10th pick, and knowing all well, it'd secretly be the first.
You live and learn.
Okay. Well, with this decision, you know what, Ricky? I'm gonna hold you to the fire here.
Fragile Dalvin.
Your team is now on the clock.
Fragile Dalvin it is. That is the pick. Welcome to Sensei Squab. All right, Norb, you're on the clock.
So when I'm looking at this list of players, if I can't push the little plus button, that means they're not available, right?
I think so. I have it on all. Like, it shows me who's available.
All right. Okay, I see. So basically, if I'm looking at the running backs, so if I'm looking at the same thing, Derrick Henry's at the top, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Miles Sanders. That's kind of what it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kenyon,
so
Drake,
there's a lot
Joe
of guys.
So
you guys got a lot of these guys already, right? Is that what it's saying, that you guys had these as your keepers?
Keepers. Well,
that's
we all
I didn't realize all these guys were missing.
One really good player.
I didn't even know what the list of keepers were. Well, since there's no Saquon Barkley, somebody's got him already, right? Zeke Elliott's already gone. CMC's gone already. Kamara's gone.
Kamara, Jose.
Based on process of elimination, the next best running back I got to get here is got to go with Derrick Henry.
Yep. I had a feeling that'd be the pick. Jeez, now Angel has an opportunity to take Clyde Edwards-Helaire with the third pick.
Devontae Adams.
It's still not even.
I am on the clock again. Yeah, we had a couple.
Oh man,
shoot through.
Guys are on here early. Devontae flies off the board. Well,
and then Clyde Edwards-Helaire goes to Justin.
That's a big one.
I can't trust the Browns. I'm not like a Chubb fan here as I'm on the clock. I already have a running back, so I'm not like I already have a wide receiver, So I almost feel like I need to get a running back. This is a PPR league or no? Like points per reception? Okay.
Yeah, PPR.
That's what makes me honestly love Eckler. I think they just love using him in the flats and out in the open field, and he's just, they create. I think more this year than any other year, their whole offense is going to design plays to allow him to be in the open field and catch the ball and just do things. So I'm going Eckler on this one.
Okay.
And for a PPR league, if it was not PPR, I would question that a little bit because he's not like a big running back that can pound through, in between the tackles. So, but because it's PPR, I love that pick. I like him. Yep.
I love that pick. He was my sleeper this year. Yep. So Ricky goes Eckler. Nick LaBow is on the board. Takes Mixon. That's a good pick too.
Mixon had like contract issues or whatnot, and he just solved that. I think I just learned about that.
Yeah, he's
4-year, $48 million.
Yeah, so now they're invested because there was some weird shit where weird stuff where he wasn't playing.
Kenyon Drake gets taken off the board here. Dylan, talk us through it.
Oh man, so I already got a running back in Christian McCaffrey, obviously as my keeper, but like. It doesn't hurt to get 2 top-tier running backs because there's a lot of good wide receivers out there. Do I want to go Chubb? It's kind of hard. I know, and like Kareem Hunt's back, so it's like...
What's the Browns head coaching situation? I'm not sure.
Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
Is he a running? Is he a runner guy? Because obviously their previous coach was just pass.
Well, he comes over from Minnesota with Dalvin Cook. So
yeah, you'd think he's a running guy then. I'm gonna change things a little bit.
I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna go Nick Chubb.
I like it. Dylan, I bet you they're gonna invest in him this year. They're gonna give him a lot more carries.
Dylan.
All right, I'm on the clock.
Let's go, Steezy. What do you got?
Man, this one's hard because I was originally planning on taking Dalvin Cook or Derrick Henry, but obviously things have changed drastically.
Wild card.
Man. So Julio Jones, Miles Sanders, Tyreek
now you're at the Hill.
Who's your keeper?
Josh Jacobs.
Okay, so you already got the running back. Yeah, I would go.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Aaron Jones here. See, I like Julio, but man, I want more touchdowns.
What do y'all think about DeAndre Hopkins? I don't like to Arizona.
I have DeAndre Hopkins in all 3 of my leagues.
I love it.
You think so far?
You think they're going to be throwing to him a lot?
I think Arizona is going to have an insane offense this year.
But DeAndre, he wants a new contract. And he's been holding out of practices. He hasn't been able to establish that chemistry with Kyler Murray. I think that receivers in their first year with the new team, it doesn't always end up well. I don't know.
Wasn't it Mahomes year two? Year 2 of Mahomes is when he just erupted, right?
That's a quarterback.
Am I wrong at that? I know.
I know.
I'm talking about the Arizona offense. I'm just saying, like, year 2 of Kyler Murray.
I love it. Calvin, who you going with?
This one's real hard. I think I'm going to go Tyreek or Julio. I might have to go with
the guy you had.
Guy that I had. I'm a little worried though. I'm gonna go Julio. Actually, no. You're right. I'm gonna go Tyreek just because I have another Atlanta Falcons receiver in mind.
Yeah, and I was about to say, like, God, Tyreek in those hamstring injuries. Ridley. Why is he always hurting his hamstring like all the time? So if he's healthy, bro, he's so
that
good.
is right.
Those fast guys, they got to stretch, man. They got to stretch.
You will enjoy watching Kansas City. They're going to be offense all year for sure. Yep. All right. Well, Jose gets back-to-back picks here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because he's on the other side.
He got a Thielen. He's got to pick Thielen, right? He's down there. He's down there.
Goes off the board. And he was the team. I've got a Thielen last year, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting word we waived Anthony Gordon as well.
A Black Eyed Peas pun reference. Nice.
So Jose's still on the board here. Takes the wide receiver.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Ooh, early quarterback pick.
I like it.
Oh, so he has Aaron Jones.
What do y'all think about Lamar Jackson year 2?
And Kamara.
Year 2 of Jackson.
I think he takes a big step in the passing game.
You think he gets better?
I think he throws for a lot more yards. Mm-hmm. Less rushing, more passing. He's gonna throw for more passing yards. Maybe more passing touchdowns, but it's gonna be hard to sustain a 36 to 40% interception ratio.
I think he's gonna drop off a little bit. It's hard to maintain that level.
I'm with you. Yeah.
And the league adjusts. The league adjusts to these players, and if they don't adjust their game, they lose. They could lose. Take a step back.
What's the Ravens' offensive line like? Because I think that their offensive line was just so good this year. Yeah, if they regress at all there.
They lost Deandre. That's
he can scramble, but I question whether he can throw the ball while under pressure. Like a Russell Wilson can throw it while being hit and throw it well. Jackson, I don't know about. I don't know if he can throw the ball while he's about to be hit.
Sometimes he can't throw it without being hit, so we'll see. Calvin, you're on the clock.
Miles Sanders goes.
I'm going running back here. I got him in my other league.
He didn't even take Julio. Julio is still on the board. Wow. He was debating between Tyreek and Julio.
Let him fall to me.
Oh, man. Ricky wants him. I'm just excited for these back-to-back picks, bro. I'm hoping for it. The KC Sports Nerd back in the chat told me he just gave us an update. We already talked about the Shaquem Griffin, but also the Bengals will have 6,000 fans at 2 October home games. Very interesting. Shout out to the KC Sports Nerd for the live update. During the show, Dylan, you're on the clock.
Yeah, so I kind of want to go Julio, but I just oh man.
You have
Do I make it the clean? Do I go for the clean sweep? Do I just hope that DeAndre goes off this year?
Clean sweep.
Go to DeAndre.
What are you holding, Noah? What is that? Like, it looks like a plunger.
I can't find my
it looks like you clean your toilet with that. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
Pretty close. I clean my back with it. But no, I can't find the broom that my parents so kindly left me. So until then, this is how I'm gonna be sweeping the floors.
Okay, that's.
I'll let you know that is not a sweeping tool.
Yeah. we gotta order Noah a
DeAndre Hopkins
for the.
I did it.
My Cash App is Noah Boelter if you want to fund a broom, but Julio goes off the board as well as DeAndre Hopkins. That's very
right. Well,
and Chris Godwin.
Oh, Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin just went off
to Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what do I do here? I loved Golladay last year.
He's
great. A big receiver.
Golladay is a great pick.
But man, Mahomes is sitting there.
And the lines are.
Do we feel Carson is going to get the carries that he got last year? I mean, everything says he's healthy, right?
I don't think he will.
But they're not good. There's no need, right? They feel like if they do give him the rushes, he's going to hurt himself again. So I feel like his rushing attempts will go down, which sucks. I had him last year in a lot of fantasy leagues, but they beat him up. And here it is, Norb. See, this is where you stay away from your Seahawks love. As much as I would love to have Carson. Man, right now it's between Golladay and Mahomes, dude. I have Mahomes in my other league that I've already drafted, and I'm like, Mahomes is just a whole nother level of talent, dude.
My homeboy.
And I know quarterback, it's just like there's only one quarterback slot, and you could just wait forever and pick up some rando quarterback later and all that. I just enjoy. Sometimes I pick fantasy football. Like I want to enjoy watching a player, and I love watching Mahomes, dude.
It's an emotional bond.
To watch. He is so fun to watch. So I'm doing him. I'm doing Mahomes.
It's a year-long dating contract. Okay. Oh my gosh, he takes Mahomes off the board.
Your team is now on the clock.
I'm a big Mahomes fan.
DJ Moore and Kenny Golladay. Go
now I'm on the clock. So this is where the temptation is so strong.
Carson.
I'm definitely going running back here, but Chris Carson right there, highly rated at the top of the list.
Carlos
Hyde. They got Carlos Hyde right behind there. DJ Dallas getting a lot of love in the Seahawks camp.
What does he do here?
Man, this is going to be tough. But the business is business. And I have some very strong advice from someone who knows better than me of what I should be doing here.
The football
and
counselor?
as much as it pains me to pick against my team, and especially against a team that is playing us in week 1, I'm going to go with Todd Gurley right here at running back.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
And this is not some spontaneous thing. I don't even like Todd Gurley, but I have some very strong evidence and information, inside information to suggest.
Let's talk Gurley. Like, was he just kind of like faking this knee thing last year and all this, like, kind of, I don't know. Was there animosity between him and the Rams, brass at all, or no? Or was it just, or do we think that's, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, that there's all these questions around Gurley.
God, I hope so, because it goes against every part of my being to have done that.
Jake just texted me about that, Vic. He said jaw dropped at Gurley. We'll see, man.
People in my chat are like, no, bad pick, don't do it.
Norb feels like he picked a Ram right now. You just picked a Ram, bro. And you just picked an NFC West rival. Technically,
former NFC West.
I know. Yeah.
And now it's a team that still always seems to be a rival of ours.
It feels that way when he's like a Ram.
Man, now I'm stuck here. Like, I'm not stuck with the first pick. I already know who I'm taking. I'm glad Chris Carson's still on that board because he's coming to my team again. Welcome back, my brother.
You got some wide receivers there in that top 5.
But I'm trying to think. Allen Robinson, Mike Evans. Obviously, I love the quarterback throwing to Mike Evans, but there's a lot more weapons in that offense.
Yeah, they have a lot of options there.
So I'm going to just take Carson now. Just put him back on the squad. Welcome back.
Oh, man, okay.
Welcome back.
Carson.
Great to have you.
You got the pounder.
Good. I'm either going to go, see, I told you so, or doggone it, this was the moment where I blew it.
I don't know, man. That Matt Ryan could also be, but
hey, do we still feel like Carson's going to get the carries inside the red zone? Like he's the main. He's the main.
I think so.
He's the third down.
I feel like he's going to get less first and second down runs and a lot more third and fourth down runs. Like that's where his role. Like they're going to almost make him be the beast mode of this year, and just try to use him only in the red zone kind of thing. So I mean, touchdowns. He should be getting the touchdowns, I would think.
Noah, with your Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, think about this. Allen Robinson thrown to a lot more because all the time. And I'm not trying to say this to get Mike Evans because, 1, I don't want him because he has the same bye week as C-Mac, and 2, I probably won't be able to get him because I'm still 7 picks away. But honestly, Allen Robinson a lot more than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year.
Okay, so I've spoken with the panel. I've spoken with the judges. It's really down. Dylan, you bring up some great points. Those same points I was just thinking about, and this is a very hard pick to do because I've passed on Mike Evans in 2 fantasy drafts already.
Are you taking him?
We're about to make it
not
sweet.
Gonna do it again.
We're making it a sweet.
Allen Robinson. On the clock.
Allen Robinson, welcome to the squad.
What's the quarterback situation like in Chicago?
Nick Foles, the GOAT. He's my profile picture in.
So they bailed on their draft pick. What was his name again? He was such a bad.
All right, so
it's a competition.
So bad.
All right, I'm on the clock here. So Noah, you went with Robinson at wide receiver.
Yep.
Now once again, I am in a pickle. I'm in a situation here. And I have been talking. I don't have a receiver yet.
Get Mike Evans.
I've got 2 Atlanta Falcons on this team, and then Derrick Henry.
Is Odell healthy?
You should take a Cowboy. We play them in week 2.
Is ODB healthy?
At some point.
Was he hurt last year?
Oh man,
he was last year.
So I have a chance. I've been talking DK Metcalf all off season, and there he is, sitting right there, staring me in the face.
No.
Then again, got Evans,
he
Tampa Bay, who's really up there too.
A lot of options here, yeah.
I think I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't take a chance on one of the guys I've been the strongest believers in, and I've got to pull the trigger here. I'm letting my fandom sway me here. I'm going to go DK right here. DK, don't let me down, baby. Don't let me down.
Oh, no.
DK Metcalf.
A Norb strategy.
I wanted him so bad.
Norb, that's so wishy-washy, though. You just passed on Carson for the board, and then now you're going to go to the fan.
I love Metcalf, though. I'm a big, obviously, his upside is through the roof.
I think 1,200 yards this year.
Norb, you just killed me there.
It's hard, man. It's like you can analyze, you can talk yourself one way or the other and tell yourself this was a great decision, and you can also say, well, no, maybe it wasn't.
I like it. I like that.
Oh, all right.
I mean, the Browns, they're changing coaches every year.
Yep.
I just have to doubt their offense so much. Thielen I like, but I mean, all those injuries last year just kind of keep scaring me.
They lost the Diggs. Might get some more looks.
And then Cooper Kupp is kind of the same thing. Had a bunch of injuries last year, but everyone always loves his talent. But the Rams, I'm just not huge on right now. Ooh.
Kupp's the go.
It's literally between those top 2 receivers there. I mean, I'm going to have to take Odell. I'm going to have to hope that Odell is just healthy this year and he doesn't screw me over.
That's a really tough spot to pick.
Last year, Odell was like a first-round pick, right? I mean, like, so...
First or second,
I feel like this is just it's good value at this point to take him in technically the 4th round, I guess. So I'm doing that. If he's healthy,
is on the clock. Man, I like the Odell pick because I feel like he can't be worse than last year.
I like Metcalf more than Odell, though. That's the thing. I would have taken Metcalf for sure.
Oh, hey, some breaking news: the Seahawks just released Paul Richardson. Gone before.
I was wondering.
That was because of Gordon.
Like why was he even a part of the receiving corps? Like what a crazy career he's had. Like so good on the Seahawks.
Well, it felt like it was sort of it felt like an emergency move because we were getting a bunch of injuries to our number 3, 4 or 5 receivers.
Gordon better, yeah.
And then once Gordon became apparent he was going to be freed, it was like, let's get this guy back here.
Yeah, I watched your YouTube the other day. You were like, dude, you got this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And I was like, we can't have them all.
We can't have them all.
One of them is going to have to go, I think.
Yeah. Eventually they're going to have to make a decision. But it's nice to know that they had options. And obviously they were just covering themselves.
Sure.
Right.
Man, I was hoping
Le'Veon Bell.
What do we think about the Jets? They have the same head coach, right? The guy that nobody likes on their team.
Adam Gase.
Yeah. Nobody on their team really likes the guy, I guess, but
yeah,
they're going to keep running the same offense.
This one's tough.
Pretty much. Talk to us, Dylan.
So I'm obviously going to go another wide receiver as I have both my running backs. Oh, I guess I could take. I was between 3 because Cooper Kupp was involved, but I don't want 2 of my skill position starters to have the same bye week. So we can take Cooper.
The dramatic pause, right?
Dylan's all over
he has some injury problems.
The bye week matchups you're big on, I noticed.
Yeah, I don't like to have the same bye week.
For sure. I always find that out later after I draft, and I'm like, oh, oops, I have 4 guys on the same week off.
right. No, exactly.
I'm going Amari Cooper on this one. I believe in that offense a little bit more than Minnesota's offense. Yeah,
that could be
Las Vegas, Vegas, baby. Oh wait, is he? Oh, what am I doing? I'm stupid. I'm Cowboys.
He was
Mari.
Man,
all right, Calvin, what's going through your head?
Man, okay, so Thielen. I kind of share the same concerns that Ricky has. I mean, those hamstring injuries, but prior to that, he's played every game of his career, 16 games in a row, 5 years in a row, good hands. He'll be the number one receiver in a heavily run-based offense, but those guys still have value. But I already have a guy who suffers from, who occasionally struggles with the hamstring injury, so I don't want to double down and add two guys that struggle with the same injury.
Steezy, I don't want to interrupt. Hold on, but look who's next on the board, and what is his team name?
Juju.
I got a Thielen. If you don't take Thielen, you know he's gone to Jose. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Like,
right.
And I remember Minnesota lost a receiver, right? Didn't they? He's their only guy now.
Well, they drafted Justin
Jefferson
in the first round.
Yeah, but
rookie receivers aren't gonna.
He is the vet on that squad now. Like, he is their main vet, right?
He is.
Whereas before they didn't have. He was kind of like a secondary. He wasn't like the main veteran the last couple of years.
Okay, you know what?
That's an interesting thing. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just thinking that to myself right now.
But Calvin's a David Johnson guy.
I am. But I am picking. So it's down to Thielen or Juju. I think.
I trust Thielen more.
Pittsburgh's gonna be more. You trust Thielen? Okay, yeah. Juju hasn't. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Thielen here.
It depends on whether you like Roethlisberger. Like, if you think he's actually gonna, do something this year, coming off that injury.
I have him in the fan league.
I haven't looked at any news reports. Are there reports out about how he feels, his arm feels and stuff?
Well,
from what I heard, he sounds pretty good coming back.
Right.
Yeah,
I think he's felt the best he has been in years.
He will always say he feels good, I bet. I'm just wondering if, like, outsiders, unbiased people are reporting anything.
Man.
Yeah, the concern with Schuster is that I haven't seen him perform without AB. So I'm not very.
Dude, Jose's spitting right now. He was like, what?
He took
David Johnson.
He's a new identity. I told you Johnson will be gone, bro. I tried to tell you that.
I should have.
Hey.
Oh, man. Yeah, you did.
Thielen's still a great pick.
No, I honestly would have picked Thielen, but
it's a PPR league, dude. That Thielen's a great pick. He's going to get a lot of catches.
I might have taken someone else, actually.
I think he's going to lead the team in catches by a lot.
We'll see what's going on here.
Oh, yeah. He's without a doubt.
Like I said, he's the main vet now, so they're going to him. They're going to attack him a lot in their play calling for sure.
Cup is a pick. I like that pick.
I like Cooper Kupp there too.
Cooper Kupp.
I like a lot of those short inside 10 yards in routes. They're going to throw to Thielen a ton.
He's always been a target hog. Okay.
Hey, you can take Schuster. Now you get Schuster with him. You were talking about.
There you go.
See, I would have taken Julio, but just like Dylan, I don't know if Dylan mentioned this, but I don't really like having two guys on the same team. So I'm going to go with the guy who I think is going to explode in his third season from Alabama. I have him in every single league. I'm going Calvin Ridley.
The sweep.
Ridley.
And you had Calvin Ridley last year too.
Yeah.
Did I?
You're a Calvin Ridley guy. You're a Ridley guy.
Ooh.
Ridley me this.
Man, I'm not picking for a while. Riddle me this. Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Right, Dylan. The Brewskins.
So I got two people in mind for my flex option because they're kind of the top. Well, I guess there is AJ Brown too. But I don't think AJ Brown's. Man, the Titans just don't throw a whole lot, and that scares me to pick AJ Brown. I had DJ Chark last year, and he was my number one receiver.
They're gonna trail.
And they're going to, exactly. They're going to trail a whole lot. And I know Gardner Minshew is his quarterback, but Gardner Minshew was his quarterback last year. Yeah, and he had a really good year. But also that freaking rookie, Jonathan Taylor, behind that offensive line of the Colts. But they also have Marlon Mack. And it's like, ugh. I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor here, just so I have 3 solid running backs, because I can still get wide receivers later.
C-Mac, Taylor, and who's your third?
Chubb.
I'm going for a running back here, so it was smart for you to take. It was smart for you to take a running back off the board, because I'm definitely going running back on my next pick here. I just need to decide between like an Ingram, Stephon Diggs, who has
flies off the board.
Wow. Oh, whoever just picked Juju got a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Jake, okay.
How many flex spots do we have? Only one?
Just one.
If we had 2, then I would maybe go receiver, but
I wonder who's taking the first quarterback between us 5.
So I'm honestly right now, if you're a running back, I'm willing.
Oh wait, you already had Pat Mahomes. I forgot, Ricky. Sorry to interrupt. And then Norbert has Matt Ryan. So I guess the 3 of us.
Technically, we've already broken that barrier.
What's up with Buffalo's?
Well, Norb, I was gonna say you could have taken Russ.
Oh yeah, I guess he's still out there, huh?
Moss. I'm not dealing with Buffalo's running situation. Looks like it's
Devin Singletary?
Undecided.
Well, I do have to get a backup quarterback at some point.
I trust, and I got him in my other league. I just trust San Fran. They love to run the ball over. I mean, we saw it in the playoffs. They don't let their quarterback throw the ball. I like Mostert this year, man. I just think he's just going to get so many opportunities. I wish Mostert in a PPR league could catch the ball a little better, and I almost feel like they're never going to toss the ball to him at all. And I'd love to have a running back that can catch the ball in a PPR league. But I also want a safe running back that I just don't feel like has a lot of threat to his job at all, because it's just so hard to find those. And I think Mostert's that guy. I think that I know they have other people. If he gets hurt a little bit, things will happen. But I just think he's their go-to right now. So I'm going with Mostert.
Mostert. Okay.
Yep.
I like that pick.
Mostert.
I do like that pick.
Is the T silent? I always say it wrong, I think.
Your team is now on the clock.
Mostert.
Oh, it's my turn. My turn. All right. So after a long wait, I got two running backs. Derrick Henry, Todd Gurley. I got DK Metcalf at receiver and Matt Ryan slinging the ball here. I've got to go back to my running back strategy here. And while there are some recommended names up on the list here, my intel tells me I got to go West Coast. I got to go rival here. I'm going to go Cam Akers at running back.
Oh, Cam.
You know, it's a good thing you did, Norb. I was going to take him.
Yeah.
What's that HBO show? What's it? That follows the preseason?
Hard Knocks.
Yeah. Has he been looking good on Hard Knocks? I've watched a couple episodes of it already.
I watched a couple episodes. I haven't seen a lot of him yet. I didn't watch the last episode, so I'm not sure what I've missed there so far. Yeah. Again, my intel is not Hard Knocks. My intel is from something of a higher power. It's definitely not me.
And here's the thing. Hard Knocks has been doing a phenomenal job this year, like covering two teams in the same city.
I love the production on that show.
One player that Hard Knocks has been hyping up that I'm super excited has fallen to my draft pick right here, and just actually got paid $80 million for a team that's going to trail a lot, and he's the number 1 wide receiver. I'm taking Keenan Allen.
Oh, yeah.
He's
just got paid.
Safe. The most safe pick. That was a great pick. Hey,
and then
just to say, Hard Knocks hyped up the tight end for the Raiders last year, and he ended up being a stud. Remember, they did a big story on the tight end for the Raiders about how he came back from drug issues and all that stuff, and so hey, if Hard Knocks hypes them up, sometimes they can be the thing.
They can be right.
Yeah.
Jose, getting on your pick, Ricky, he said San Fran has 3 running backs though. Ooh.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still
Seahawks.
He's getting two of the three. Yeah, he's getting 2 of the 3 rushes, and he's going to get the red zone carries. That's what I care about.
You know what I care about?
That's the reason why I stayed away from Carson as much as I wanted to get him. Was that committee theory?
I know Tevin Coleman will be there, but I mean Coleman's fragile as well. He gets hurt a lot, so we'll see.
Now, what I care about guys that are going to be catching a lot of balls in a trailing system that have the GOAT as their quarterback.
Oh.
And that's why DJ Shark is coming off the board.
Your team is now on the clock.
Welcome to the squad.
The GOAT.
Great to have you.
Don't say the GOAT.
hey, you see this?
The next Tom Brady.
Now he's repping the Coug shirt now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now he's you're his biggest fan now, huh?
He's the GOAT.
Am I the only guy?
Just like him when I can.
Am I the only guy wearing a BOELT shirt here?
Yeah. What? Come on.
I like loyalties, man. All right, I'm on the clock here. So I got me 3 running backs I feel pretty good about. I got DK in the wide receiving end. No tight ends yet. Matt Ryan at quarterback. So I got to go. I got to go receiver here.
Yeah, for sure. I was looking at your roster.
And,
you got a flex in there. Yeah.
And some little birdie was telling me that T.Y. Hilton's a pretty good pickup.
Norb, I like that you got 3 running backs before you went your second receiver because you have Gurley. You know, he could get injured, so now you have good insurance there at running back.
While T.Y. Hilton would have been a very logical pick that I'm more familiar with, my intelligence tells me that I should go wide receiver out of Washington, Terry McLaurin, on my next pick.
Oh yeah, he's talented. They're gonna be behind Washington
a lot.
Football team.
The Washington football team.
Norb, after all of our drafts,
who took Dak?
I need you to make
what, Noah?
After all of these drafts are done, Norb, I need you to make an in-depth video about how you're deciding to make all these decisions. Because every single time it's like, dude, you'll have like the name that everyone is looking at, like, okay, he's still on the board, and then you'll have like the guy that your special analysis is like revealing to you. And so I just want to like let the audience, and the audience, what the world wants to know, Norb, where do you get your ideas from? Just, you don't have to tell us now. Just I ask at some point you should make a video about it, and I would love to watch.
I want to describe what I'm thinking here, just because I want to bring up Fuller's name, even though someone was going to get Will Fuller, right? Will, I think it's Will.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, if this guy could just stretch before the game, just stretch, get to the game a half hour earlier and stretch your legs, bro. Like, how hard is it to not pull his hamstring like 3 times every season? Like, I feel like I've drafted this guy the last 3-4 seasons expecting a bust out, but now their main receiver's gone to Arizona, and now Fuller's like the guy, and he is
Brandon Cooks.
He is such a Cooks. I mean, he's not as much of a. I mean, I'm just saying the targets aren't going to be like as. Fuller, man. I'm so much want to take Fuller, but I feel like the safe pick is just to take Ingram. Since I already have Thomas, I already have Beckham.
Are you here to play it safe, or are you here to have some fun? Are you here to win?
Because Mostert, we all talked about, has other guys there, and if he gets a little bit of an injury, they're going to go, they might use Tevin Coleman. I'm going to go Ingram. Although I really love Fuller.
How many 50-point games did Ingram have last year?
I don't even know. I had Ingram last year. He was pretty consistent.
Oh, Robert was going fast.
He was. No, I would have picked Ingram. I like that pick. I'm just giving you a hard time.
No, I was just like, I love Fuller, man. One of you guys should take him, and I can be like, yep, I knew it.
Woods is off the board. All right, Dylan.
Same with T.Y. Hilton.
I love it.
So I kind of want to go with the tight end we were just talking about from the Hard Knocks episode, the Hard Knocks season last year with the Raiders, Darren Waller.
I like his talent, man.
Tyrell Williams is after the season.
And you know, Dylan, that they're gonna like design way more plays for Waller this year. Like last year, they didn't know what he was, and so they're like, okay, oh shoot. In middle of the season, they're like, all right, let's start calling some more plays for him. This year, they're like, all right, let's design our offense around him. You know what I'm saying? Like I guarantee he's going to get at least 20 to 30% more of the play calls or the targets.
Yeah, I'm going Darren Waller here as my tight end.
I like it.
Get one of the top tier tight ends.
Oh, let's go, Zach Ertz.
Man.
He fell to me. I wanted to.
Steezy's just been like not saying anything. He's just sitting over there.
I wanted Ertz.
And
that's
honestly,
a good
choice. Calvin was a Waller guy last year.
I was.
If I didn't have someone with a week 9 bye, you wouldn't have gotten Zach Ertz. That's the only reason you got Zach Ertz. Is because I already had Nick Chubb, who's week 5. His bye week is 9.
Dylan is the bye.
Oh my god. Well, thank you.
No problem, man.
Did Philadelphia switch up? Did they add some offensive players? Because they had like nobody at the end of the season last year. Ertz was like their only guy, and then he started getting hurt. Did Philadelphia add some other offensive players that I don't know about?
They got that young guy.
Receiver.
Okay, so
from San Fran.
Jalen Reagor?
No, from San Fran.
Oh, he's opting after the season.
The guy that got traded, Emmanuel Sanders, is he on the Eagles now?
No, he's on the Saints.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Marquise Goodwin.
Yes.
Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah. No, he opted out.
But that's it? Like the Eagles, that's all they did? They just added one receiver?
Yeah,
that's the same. Oh, yeah.
And they're trying to trade Alshon Jeffrey, so...
Yeah, Ertz is going to be the guy then.
So Calvin's been a real big Deshaun Jackson guy. We'll see if he sticks.
Yes, forgot he's still there. Yeah, another guy that needs to show up a half.
Hollywood Brown. Jose loves
I wanted Hollywood.
Jose loves that flash.
Ertz, Gronk, and Brown.
The deep threat.
The tight ends are flying off the board.
All right, y'all. Well, I don't usually draft this position this early, but.
Kicker?
You know, I gotta go. I think
I gotta go with that.
This season.
I'm assuming defense, not kicker.
we're gonna let Russ cook, and I'm going with Russell Wilson there.
Dude, yeah.
Oh,
I don't normally take a quarterback this early.
Let Russ cook.
Let Russ cook. Yes, sir.
I like it.
I love the phrase of "let Russ cook," but man, I just you know they're gonna run it a lot, but. He still was great. He's still throwing a lot. He was great last year.
31 to 5 TD for fantasy. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've never had an elite quarterback. So
do we get negative points for interceptions in this league? I didn't look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then he's brilliant. He's perfect to have because you won't get many picks at all. That's great.
Man,
and week 1's gonna be a shootout with Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
All right,
do I go quarterback?
They're flying off the board.
I mean, I already got a flex option.
All right, 6 picks.
Steezy's got Wilson. I got Mahomes. You know, you need to kind of have someone on that
I'm going to
level.
go with a guy. I didn't have him.
You got Russ.
I didn't have this guy in this league last year, but I had him in a different league, and he did great for me. So I am going to pick quarterback. I'm going Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills.
Wow, that's a good choice.
That's a good choice. Josh Allen.
That I keep replaying because I think I put a lot of money on that game, but that Bills game in the playoffs in that first quarter, like I think everybody, the whole world was watching him in that first quarter. Was like, whoa, this guy
is amazing.
And Josh Allen,
finally
has a number one. He's about to go off.
Like
Drew Brees.
Quarterbacks are going off the board.
He's got some untapped upside, Josh Allen. I'm interested to watch him this year.
Oh man. No, and I like about Josh Allen, like the rushing touchdowns are what going to carry you.
Yeah,
exactly.
He can. Yeah,
run.
which is kind of what you need to do as a quarterback in this day and age. You got to be mobile like he is. But he's a big guy.
I think we're going to start seeing a run on quarterbacks.
Ricky, it's not too late. It's not too late to go for Will Fuller.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I loved him that much, and I might still get him. I'm definitely going him next.
Jake's on the clock. I like that.
Hold on, let me just scan a little bit. I got 2 minutes here to make sure that that's what I definitely want to do.
Oh boy!
Because I got 3 running backs. I'm pretty set there. Ooh, there is a Leonard Fournette just sitting out there too. I know Jones is there.
Recently released and recently picked up. Tampa Bay.
We know the Bucks are just gonna pick him up and just sit him on the bench. I wouldn't think. Oh my! I should have even table talked and said his name right now because he's down the board. I probably made a mistake there. Oh my God! I'm gonna avoid that situation just because even when Fournette was running, I know the Jacksonville Jaguars haven't had a great offensive line, but I mean his yards per carry were never that impressive. It was just volume with him. They gave him 300 and plus carries that first year. When they went to the AFC Championship against losing to Tom Brady, but so I almost feel like he's kind of a little overrated, and I think that's why. But I mean, he's a talent, but if you have the good blockers in front, but I'm just not going to invest in for fantasy. I'm going to go Fuller, bro. I mean, I think he's a sleeper. I mean, I don't even have a slot for him. I really should have gone tight end, but I want to take the most talented player here in my opinion. The guy who has the biggest upside, so I'm going with him.
Singletary.
All right, so
I could have gone Gallup. By the way, Gallup is sitting there, but I hate the Cowboys.
All right, so I'm up here on the clock. It's been a while. So I've got my 3 running backs, Henry, Gurley, Akers, my 2 receivers, Metcalf and McLaurin, my QB, Matt Ryan. Based on my strategic approach, I must, even though I've got no tight ends, I am going to go running back once again, and he is on my list and is still available. I'm going with, from the Bears, David Montgomery for my 4th running back right here.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay.
He was tossed around the circle last year. Yeah.
He was. I was very high on him last year, but he disappointed.
Wow. We find ourselves in an interesting predicament, fellas. We're around the 60s. Okay, so let me look at the board. There's a couple guys I'm considering right here, and there's one guy that I already know one of my picks. But I am not going to let you guys in on that just yet. Ronald Jones is still the number 1 down in Tampa, but I don't know if I want anything to do with that running back core right now. Unless we were just taking it as a whole. And all right, so I'm solid with one of my picks, but my next pick, and this isn't we don't go 18 picks until our next one. So some of these guys might still be here when I pick again. But it is going to be a while because of the way that I'm drafting 2 in a row. Ugh. So I really got to address the field here. So I do know what one of my picks are going to be. I'm so stuck on the second one. Because the second one, man, I'm tripping. I know who both my picks are. What am I talking about? I'm going to just take him right now. I don't realize Devontae Parker was still on the board. They're going to trail, bro. And he is a number 1 wide receiver. Got me a lot of points last year. And
great PPR. Garbage time stats. You try to get them garbage time stats.
Absolutely. That nobody's watching on a Sunday morning stats. That's what I want.
Yep.
Speaking of garbage time stats, how about the guy that just got the 2nd best wide receiver in football?
Your team is now on the clock.
Welcome to the
Kyler Murray.
Oh,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, man. Year 2. Huh? Year 2. Here it comes.
A lot of points.
Here it comes. Year 2, man.
We're gonna be in a shootout.
I definitely would. It would not shock anybody if he takes off this season.
All right, Norb.
Norb knows the Seahawks got a lot of talent in this division. We're gonna face off with this year for sure.
All right. Well, I've 4 running backs, 2 receivers, my quarterback, still no tight ends, but logic and the advice I was given tells me I got to look to the wide receiver department here again. And the chat's been giving me some tips here. Let's see if they're right. I'm going to go with I'm going with, make sure I'm getting this right, Brandon Cooks, wide receiver.
I like that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Will Fuller. I'm telling you, Will Fuller.
Oh,
49ers defense.
Oh, my word.
Ravens
defense already.
Ravens defense. What is going on here?
There's a lot of trends, right? It seems like one person gets going on one thing and then the rest start following.
I'm not picking a defense.
I'm not picking
a defense.
It's going to have to wait a little bit.
Not until the last 2 rounds.
Wait, so Ricky, did you pick?
Yeah, I'm up right now. So I'm looking at Higbee.
Okay. Wait, who took the Ravens defense? Was that Angel?
It was Justin. Angel took 49ers defense.
Oh, so, okay.
Oh, man.
Dude, Higbee, I didn't realize, had 84 plus yards in 5 consecutive games last year. Wow.
I remember that stretch. That was a painful stretch to watch.
Brandon Cooks is gone. And they didn't really bring anything else in that's going to take a bunch of targets. I'm big on Higbee right now. I think that it's kind of the safe throw for their quarterback, who I don't like, but I'm going to take Higbee as my tight end.
Turn your head in golf.
Yeah, I'm not a big golf fan, but I think he can throw the tight end. That's his upside.
Who took Antonio Gibson? Oh no! Oh,
Nick LaBow.
Antonio Gibson.
Oh, you wanted him?
I did. I'm really high on him. I was waiting until the later rounds, but I guess somebody picked up on that.
He's just a sniper in here. Like, he just doesn't talk. He's just like 5 picks to go, and he's like, I'm not going to say anything until the guy I want is gone. Yeah, right. And he's like,
that's how you get your guy. That's how you get your guy.
Yeah, right.
Plain and smart. Yeah,
sniper, man.
No, in Stacey's league, like, people were just falling to me, man. Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, and Michael Thomas, all 3 on the same squad because and then Allen Robinson fell to me too. It was just there's a lot.
But that league was.
Wait, you picked Kareem Hunt. Okay.
Man, I'm struggling. I'm looking at 2 wide receivers that are both they're both hit and miss on they'll either have a really big game or do nothing.
Alex Long, thank you for subbing up. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got Landry also, but I'm looking at Marvin Jones and I'm looking at John Brown.
Ooh.
I think Brown could have a big year because he's not the number 1. He's the number 2 now.
You got the quarterback.
I got his quarterback too.
Match him up. Always fun to do that.
But I feel like the Lions are going to be down all year, basically. But they got Galladay too.
Jones is an animal.
I'm going to go Marvin Jones here.
I like it.
Because Matt Stafford.
Wow, my guy falls to me again.
Kind of guy, right? Marvin Jones, he's like a slot guy, right? Pretty much.
He can be.
He can play on the outside as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he more of a deep go route kind of guy?
He's a deep guy for sure.
He's a throw it up.
You're right. Right. He's like an all or nothing guy. I forgot. Yeah, he's like a 40-yard catch. Sound like Will Fuller, to be honest.
Exactly.
Like he's a deep route guy.
Like I said, he's either a 30-point or a 0-point.
Yeah.
You better hope your guessing's on point.
It could save you the week, or it could just ruin you for a week. It's one or the other. Yeah.
And no one likes Michael Gallup. What? He fell to me again.
I would have taken Michael Gallup, but I have Cooper already.
I don't know why the Cowboys are like. I just can't. They're so overrated all the time.
I hate the Cowboys too, but he's
crazy.
Tyler Boyd
Gallup out-targeted Amari Cooper.
No, he's a good talent. I like him.
Jose, man, you're gonna need a new team name.
Well, yeah, to change it. I think he changes his team name after he drafts.
I think Jose and Boyd just goes well together.
He'll find a pun to use after the draft.
Right. He could just call his team producer Boyd.
Oh God.
There you go.
inside joke there.
That's the one. Jose, still one more pick to make. Or he might have picked it already. It just hasn't popped up on mine. Man, so let's go through some of our squads, right? Or Calvin and Dylan are going to be up in a minute. But I got Kyler, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Allen Robinson, Keenan Allen, Kelsey, DJ Shark, and Devontae Parker. I'm in a solid spot. I'm in an okay spot. This is a decent spot.
My just to be honest, like Allen Robinson, there's giant question marks on that Chicago team, in my opinion. But did they change head coaches and like offensive coordinator type stuff? No. So it's the same scheme. Ugh. I mean, I guess
the year instead of Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, the year before they were doing so much of that trickery, like throwing it in the flats all the time and letting guys in the open field like run the ball, like take off. And last year was just a disaster, man. Like it was painful to watch the Bears play. Like there was games where I was like, so I have major question marks on them where I'm like, dude, does he get it? Like, can he adjust? I think the league adjusted back to the Bears, and that he didn't do enough adjustments back to the league. You know what I'm saying? So I have question marks on that offense, but
that's why I think they're going to struggle, and I think they're going to trail, and I think
Foles is, I think, more talented than Trubisky. I hated Trubisky for sure. I think he was the big problem, but it could be.
Trubisky got named the starter yesterday.
Really?
Breaking news.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not going to last.
He beat Nick Foles.
Oh, see, there's going to be some weird controversy there, man. Yeah.
No, and thank you, Jake. Jake just texted me. Allen Robinson had 153 targets last year. He's a freak with volume. So Jake understands.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, obviously he's like by default he's just going to be the guy, right? So it's safe. Sometimes I like to I like to enjoy watching. Like if I play, like if I'm watching an offense that's struggling, I'm like, God, I don't want this guy on my team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He took J.K. Dobbins.
Dang.
Yes, sir.
Dylan, you sneaky boy.
I know he's
Dylan.
A lot of time.
Oh my God.
Loves the rookies.
I love the rookies.
Wait, who got Clyde Edwards-Helaire again?
Oh, Fournette. Edelman and Fournette.
All right, I'm on the clock.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire went to.
Almost want to like go defense
Justin.
here, but
Coach Carroll.
That's a good pick.
I already have a backup receiver. I already have 3 running backs. I mean, I really could just go defense if I really wanted to just.
You won't
have some fun, but there's not really like a just over the top.
Don't do it, Ricky.
There at all. So.
Don't do defense. No reason to do defense this early.
I dare you to.
What's the situation with the Colts?
Yeah, don't take one.
And their running back situation. Marlon Mack's just sitting here?
Colts, it's Jonathan Taylor. They drafted Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor better get more carries because I picked him up.
Yeah, I just saw that. Man. Honestly, just to be safe. Wow, I'm looking at a couple different things. I'm gonna get quiet like Steezy right now. I'm not even gonna mention these names because I got a couple guys in mind. Yeah, a couple guys in mind that I don't want to hype up yet. I'm honestly going to like kind of block tight end just because I know I'll just play the matchups with Higbee, and I'm going to play the matchups with Cook as well on New Orleans. So
sure,
I'm going to go week by week and just kind of play the guy who's facing the crappiest defense. Yeah.
Your team is now on the clock.
I think it was an auto. That must have been an auto pick or no?
Yeah, they're
on
auto
the clock.
picks.
All right. Still no tight ends here.
I took 2. I have 2.
You've got 2 already.
That was part of the strategy too. I'm going to take Cook. I know some of you guys were hoping to get Cook maybe at tight end. If you were,
I got him in one of my leagues.
Yeah.
Norb, you got 3 good tight ends up at the top: Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, and Noah Fant. I think Noah Fant's a sleeper.
Hooper has someone else on his team, doesn't he? Isn't there somebody competing with him?
I'm gonna feel better. I'm hearing what you're saying here, and it's winking at me. So I'm gonna go tight end here finally. I'm gonna get Noah Fant.
Seahawks?
Noah Fant. There you go.
I thought you're.
Noah Fant.
Who's taking Disley or Olsen? That's what I want to know. Like, or draft both of them and just kind of see what happens.
That's for the love of it all.
I am back on the clock.
Tight end. We know that.
My camera has shut off for the moment, but regardless, I
see you.
I'm still here.
Oh, but not on the broadcast camera, right?
Oh, the YouTube went down, huh?
Just the camera for me, but that's okay because they can still see who I'm looking at.
I can take my hat off on YouTube.
No, you guys are still on it.
I feel you.
Okay, I gotta pick it too. You gotta think here.
Well, just be prepared. I'm about to take your top two guys off the board, so just be ready for that. But the number one guy that I'm taking, I'm surprised there is still at this point. What pick is this overall? I don't even know. It's the 10th round.
Yeah,
first pick of the 10th round. So it's the 101st pick, and there's still a number one running back on the board. Give me Ronald Jones. Give him to me. I'll eat that up. How long is that gonna last? I didn't want it, nothing to do with that running back room, but he's the number one. So at this point, and then with my next pick, Calvin, he's a big James White guy.
Is he?
At least in an 18-team league.
Oh yeah, I was about to say you guys have 18 teams. I could not. Once we're past round 15 or whatever, I would be like, I'm reading, online right now to figure out who the next guy is.
Well, here's the thing with that. Calvin's big on that guy. Jeez, there's two guys I'm looking at here. One guy I think is going to have a breakout year. One guy that is just the guy.
Just a name?
No. It's the... You know what? I can't even... I was going to go CeeDee Lamb. I'm taking Jarvis Landry off the board. What is he still doing on this board?
Your team is now on the clock.
I'm taking two guys that shouldn't still be on the board. Ronald Jones,
great in PPR.
Yeah, Landry's like your safety net. He's always like a safety net kind of backup guy, right? Like it's like, oh, okay, let me put Landry in. Yeah. Exactly.
Because I'm on the clock again. 10-15 points every week.
All right, Norb, what do you got?
I'm getting that place now where you got a lot of decisions to make here. Could go backup QB. I got a tight end, which I feel pretty good about. 4 running backs. I got 3 wide receivers, and I'm thinking. I think I got to beef up the wide receiver group one more time here at this stage. The question is, who's available? Who to get at this point here?
Remember, I'm lurking behind you over here.
Well,
still a lot
based
of
on my research, got to go wide receiver. I'm going Jalen Reagor from Philadelphia right here.
The deep threat.
Stretch the field a little bit.
Jalen Reagor.
There goes James White. Tariq Cohen.
It's all good.
All right.
Tariq.
We talked about this earlier. I'm handcuffing the San Fran job. I'm going to make sure that Tevin Coleman is who I'm looking at right now. I'm just going to handcuff that job so I don't risk losing. If one's hurt, I can just put the other one in.
There you go.
Right.
I'm just making sure that Coleman. Yep, he's like the second guy in the rotation. I know they have a bunch of guys they're going to rotate through, but interesting.
Yeah, now that
looks like McKinnon might be like a third down back, but I think it's just Mostert and Coleman are going to get the bulk of the carries, so I'm going to do Coleman.
I'm surprised Tom Brady's still on the board.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, he couldn't throw past 10 yards
Tom Brady, Carson Wentz.
Brady couldn't throw more than 10 yards last year. I guess it's that offense, all the talent around him.
He took A.J. Green. I wanted A.J. Green.
Marlon Mack.
AJ Green's alive?
No.
Forgot that guy was still playing, man. It's been like 3 years since I've seen him play.
Noah brought up an interesting point earlier in that I love my rookies. And there's a guy down here. I have the tight end already, so I might as well get the wide receiver too. My pick.
Wow. Man.
I wouldn't.
Henry Ruggs.
Interesting.
I almost forgot about Henry Ruggs, but
there's still Jerry Jeudy too.
Yep. There's still a bunch of receivers out there lurking.
There's a lot of and CeeDee Lamb still at the top.
Plenty. CeeDee Lamb. I'm gonna have to double down here. I think the fact that he's gonna be playing alongside two elite receivers is gonna open things up. They're gonna be a very explosive offense. They're gonna run a whole lot of 3 wide receiver sets. You guys are sleeping on CD. Don't let him fall on me next time. Ooh.
Really?
See, I got 2 Cowboys receivers, but it's gonna be a very explosive offense. So. Oh my!
They're gonna need the points.
I would have picked CD, but that was me too.
You got Amari.
Kirk, huh? Jose just took Kirk.
Yeah. Christian Kirk, I like that.
I can get with that pick. That's I think that quarterback is gonna have a really good year. So, just for the record.
Hey,
Hayden Hurst.
Am I just catching up on some of the news? Hurst. Samuel for San Francisco has opted out of the year or something. Is that or is he injured?
Deebo
Samuel's.
No, he's injured. He's hurt.
Okay,
he's injured.
Well, and there's an update today.
Non-football injury. It says though, right?
No, there was an update
he's coming
today.
Off surgery.
What's the update?
I got it during the show. I'm trying to find it. It was.
You talking about Samuel?
Oh, they're saying he's going to be activated though, so I don't think it's too bad.
I have him on my other team, the other BOELT team.
A fracture in his foot, and he had surgery or something a while ago, I guess. But I guess they think he's going to be back for week 1, maybe. Worst case, week 2.
Jeez, man.
I just not used to saying. It said NFI-A. I was like, what? What is that? I'm not used to seeing the logo.
That's a weird one.
All these weird designations.
Yeah.
All right, 7 picks away.
I like his talent, though. I shouldn't have table talked him, probably.
All right, towards the later rounds, you always want to go upside. Got to go with the rookie for a run-based team. Buffalo Bills, Zach Moss.
Oh, okay. I like that pick.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
you like it, I love it.
I'm thinking backup tight end here because there's still 2 pretty good ones. Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper are both still on the board. Man, there's actually still a lot of good tight ends. TJ Hawkinson, Mike Gesicki.
Yep.
Ebron's still on there. Both Greg Olsen and Disley are still on there.
Tight end's a pretty deep spot this year.
Yeah, and that's like a change.
Yeah, more so than
especially with Gronkowski coming back too. Yeah, he just added that into the mix.
I feel like Hunter Henry's could have a better year, but he's got that injury problem every year.
He's always injured.
So for that, I'm going to go Austin Hooper here as my backup tight end.
Safe pick.
I could dig it.
So I'm hoping that I get Deebo Samuel here, maybe, but I'm also looking at defenses.
Oh, there goes Disley. Nick LaBow.
Oh, somebody.
And Hunter Henry. There goes all the tight ends.
We were just talking about it. Talked it up. Got everybody excited.
I already have Michael Thomas, Odell Beckham. I have Fuller as a third guy. Like, I almost feel like where else am I going to play another receiver, though? But I honestly believe that Deebo Samuel is like the upside is through the roof, man. I mean, we saw the talent last year. It was his rookie year. So I'm like, do I need to take a defense right now? I know there's defenses that I like, but I like to take upside over that kind of stuff when you get to these part of the drafts. And I mean, he's their number one. Oh, I got to take him, dude. Deebo Samuel is the number one receiver on the Niners. And that offense is nice. And he is so fast. Like I think
Kittle's the number one.
No, who's
Kid? I was just gonna say that Kittle.
Sorry, you're right. I mean, outside of the tight end,
he's just banged up. That's the thing.
Among the wide receiver core, it was just a broken foot. It wasn't like a torn Achilles or hamstring issue that affects his speed. Once his foot's good, he's good.
It's just a broken foot.
What? I've seen too many injuries. Yeah, man. I'm. Who's the guy for Kansas City? Their speed receiver.
Nicole Hardman.
No. I know he's available. Tyreek Hill. I honestly believe Deebo Samuel has Tyreek Hill type upside. So that's why I'm picking him. If he busts out, I can use him in my flex.
There goes Carson Wentz.
So
do you guys all have backup quarterbacks?
Your team is now on the clock.
No, I do not yet.
All right.
In a 10-team league, only 10 quarterbacks are going off the board.
Yeah, I'll grab a straggler later.
All right, so I guess it's my turn now. I can't
believe Aaron Rodgers sitting out there, by the way. You bring up quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers just said, no,
I know.
Just take him in round 12. Like, Jesus.
Well,
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the stable here.
Right.
A guy who's on my list here for running back. Going back to the running back. Going Alexander Matheson from the Vikings right here.
Oh, there you go. Just in case Dalvin gets hurt.
He's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get hurt.
He's a smaller back though, right? He's on the in between the tackles.
No, but I don't like the way you think.
He's speedy.
I don't like the way you think.
Tell me I'm wrong.
With this, I knock on wood that you are. But so with this pick, I got two here, and we got a couple spots to fill. Only 3 spots on the bench. So what I'm gonna do is what a lot of people should. I don't even know if I'd recommend this for other people. That's just my strategy. But I'm gonna go with my first of the back-to-back, and I'm getting my backup, and I'm gonna play it week by week based on the matchup, who I want to start. And I'm taking discount double check. With my second of the back-to-back is where I'm going to solidify another position that I feel like I can find some good value. And that position, my friends, I look all the way down the hierarchies. Actually, no, this is a tougher decision than I realized. There's more options here. I'm tempted, but I think conventional wisdom. Do I go? I'm gonna go with the safer pick as my backup.
Jarwin.
Let's solidify some of our picks here.
Your team is now on the clock.
Blake Jarwin and Aaron Rodgers.
There you go.
Nice. All right, back up again.
Dude, somebody took J.K. Dobbins, huh? Already?
Me?
Wow.
Yeah.
Good pick.
I wanted him.
I was going to handcuff that job, too, and get him. I was just looking, but I was like, oh, wow, somebody took him. Good pick.
Well, you were started getting me thinking about that backup quarterback. You just picked up your backup, right, Noah?
Yeah.
That was your backup? Are you the first one in the group to get a backup?
you have to start Ryan, right, at this point, because I mean you had him as your keeper.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start him.
It's like you almost have to just run with him.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go. There's so much depth at tight end. Don't feel a need to jump back into that here. I'm gonna go. Got to add some more to the bench on the wide receiver side, and guy I'm looking at here on my list. Been looking at it close. Got to pull the trigger right here. Make sure I'm looking at this right. Justin Jefferson. There we go.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
I have a feeling that Kirk Cousins is going to air it out a lot.
Deontay Johnson, Jamison Crowder goes off the board.
I love that little audio they play. Your team is now on the clock.
Right.
It's always a good feeling.
Yeah.
I think Jamison Crowder was a good pick. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Great pick. Great pick. He's also a target hog.
Jesus, yeah, you guys brought up Hardman before. I literally thought he was going to have a big role, but I'm looking that he's not even on the depth chart. Like they have so many players on Kansas City. Yeah, I'm looking at Kansas City right now.
He's the number 3.
I don't know. I see like DeMarcus Robinson and some Andre Bakalia guy and all that. But oh no, you're right. Sorry, looking in the wrong spot.
I was gonna say Watkins and Hill are really only
that was the backup to the number 1. My bad.
Okay.
I watched Hardman play last year, man. I'm like, he's
a big play guy.
Emmanuel Sanders is proven for sure. Oh my God. Come on now. Screen screwed me here. Yeah, I'm going to take Emmanuel Sanders on that offense.
Mm-hmm. Good pick.
Just be safe. I got Thomas in him now.
I like that. I like that pick. Will Lutz.
I was going to take Tom Brady.
Goat.
I don't ever draft a backup quarterback, but there was too much value to be passed up there. But he just took him.
All right, so I think I'm going to go backup quarterback also because there's the gunslinger. I already have one of his receivers, so I might as well get him as my backup quarterback. And I think I have him as my quarterback in the 18-man league. I'm going Matt Stafford.
What a guy.
You're going to throw it a lot.
I like that pick. I do.
One of the
good backup.
Richest quarterbacks in the NFL for... I don't really understand why, but...
I mean, granted, Jared Goff's also one of the richest quarterbacks in the NFL. So
he still hasn't won a playoff game, right, Stafford, ever?
No.
I don't think so.
God, man, all that money for never winning a playoff game. It's pretty wild.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Right.
Ricky, I didn't say anything when you were talking about this guy, but Tyreek Hill does, suffer from hamstring injuries from time to time, and one guy took advantage of that last season was
he takes that slot.
6 touchdowns.
He immediately takes that slot. Yeah,
I gotta go McCole.
I gotta go McCole. I like Hardman. I like his talent. I just watched him because I watched a lot of Chiefs games last year, and I was like, God, this guy is fast.
Dang.
He's a lot like Debo. He's a lot like Debo Samuel. He's a lot like
Craig the Leg.
I think Debo's more complete.
A couple of kickers went now. Lutz and
I feel like NFL is embracing more of those just ridiculously fast receivers. Kind of, now like get them in the open field and take off. Like a lot of teams are starting to design their play calling around those kind of players.
Patriots defense. That's where I was gonna go.
Wow, should I go AP? Man, let's see. Where I go here? I'm gonna go running back here for sure. Let's go with I like Chase Edmonds, Kenyon Drake. I did like him, but now that I look back on it, he hasn't played a 16-game season. If ever, Chase Edmonds, they like him in Arizona. I'm gonna go Chase Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds. Very interesting.
I got him in our 18-man league. I like that pick.
I feel like it's a better pick in the 18-man league.
You like it? I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm back on camera here. I'm just using the computer webcam, but it'll work.
All right, so I think I'm gonna go defense before we have that big run on defenses, so I can get ahead of the curve because I don't pick for a while after this one. But it's a matter of which defense do I want to go with. I think I'm gonna go with the one I already picked their quarterback. And their defense carried them a lot of the way last year. I'm going to go with the Bills' defense with this pick.
Oh.
Bills' defense.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Nick LaBow now on the clock. Still the pick of many letters, but not. Okay. Wait, did someone take my kicker? I had a kicker I wanted. Oh, no, he's still there. Never mind. Oops.
All right, well, I mean, we all know that Carson is like the guy, but, I mean, if Carson gets nicked up at all, I mean, I know that Penny is coming back from a really terrible ACL tear, or I think it was MCL and ACL, I think. I mean, I honestly feel like Penny's maybe get some volume at the end of the year, but I feel like they're going to be very safe with him. I mean, Carlos Hyde, I mean, it's just like he's going to be the guy if and they're probably going to ease Carson in the first half of the season. I would think so well to keep him fresh. So I'm going to take Hyde on the bench because the Seahawks are so committed to the run. So there's going to be so much volume there.
Okay.
Dang it.
Your team is now on the clock.
So there we go. He's kind of like my fourth running back in a sense because I have Coleman and Mostert.
The two auto picks that just happened were literally the two top guys on my board. I was going to go Matt Breida or John Brown.
When you have an auto pick, yeah, it's just like to eliminate the top two guys that are on the overall list.
Right. All right, Norb, it's you, man.
Yep, on the clock. Trying to decide here. It's starting to get down to the nitty-gritty. Do I go backup QB? Do I start thinking about a defense? Do I get another tight end here?
All I have is defense and kicker left. That's all I can do.
Well,
yikes.
I did this in my other league, and I'm going to do it again here. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the backup QB, and I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans, Ryan Tannehill, right here.
You love that, man.
Oh, all right,
Tannehill. Tannehill. So with this pick, I could go with guys. There's a couple guys that have boots. There are a couple guys that kick really long. I'm gonna go with the guy that's gonna score a lot of points.
Yeah.
I'm taking.
He got. I think he's about to get released.
Is
Matt Gay?
Gay?
Yeah, because
Worst case scenario,
he's in a competition.
But
it is.
That's what I'm concerned about. Like, he's so far down the board, but he's still like the Bucks guy. So I don't know.
Insert player here when it comes to kicker. I don't.
Right.
Dude, my other league, we eliminated kicker completely. It's pretty wild. I was like the first time I've ever drafted a league that had no kicker.
That's pretty savage.
No way.
Yeah.
I like the kicker.
They just took kicker out. Yeah.
Dylan, I like.
Wait, did they replace it?
With an extra flex. Yeah, one extra flex instead. Yeah.
One extra. Wow. And then you guys still have a defense?
Yeah. Of course, everything else is the same. Yeah, everything else is the same, but it was one extra flex, instead of the kicker. Because we were like, man, screw kickers. They're such a coin flip, We're like, let's have fun with drafting depth at running back or wide receiver. You get more value for that now.
Your team
when you
is
don't have
now
kickers.
Do you even have to draft a kicker? Do you even have to draft a kicker? You don't have to, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You need to fill the slot. I mean, you got to get your 10 points in or whatever,
Yeah.
You don't want to have a zero there.
All right.
Some weeks,
but in this draft,
money and save the week for you. You know, it's like
in this draft, you don't have to take a kicker though. You can take a player, and then a day before the game start, you could drop whoever and then pick your kicker from there.
Oh,
right,
okay.
Right.
The first game is next Sunday.
First game is Thursday.
Oh, this coming Thursday.
What's the game? I haven't even looked at what's the game. The matchup.
Houston and
who? Houston and who?
Chiefs and Texans.
All right, so
I'll get to see Will Fuller.
I don't have a kicker. I don't have a defense yet, and I only got one tight end.
Jeez.
What should I do? What would you guys have?
They need to update these boards, man.
I mean, there's tons of tight ends sitting out there, you know.
All right.
But
defenses are easy to pick up later too, right?
I mean, I'm picking behind you, so I can't really give you advice.
All objectivity.
Oh, goodness. All right, well, I got a pick here. All right, I guess I'm gonna go get my defense right here. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
All right.
Okay.
I was thinking about getting them.
So I did just get a bunch of texts saying that Matt Gay is cut. So, you know, I'm gonna be
Oh well.
I'm a waiver warrior. Let's get it.
All right, which defense do I like? I'm gonna go defense here. I think. Well, I'll look at kickers. Hold on.
So what you're saying is,
who's the Seahawks kicker? I'm going with Myers.
Jason Myers.
I like the root. I got to get my Seahawk, other than Carlos Hyde, I guess, but I get my active Seahawk every week. Got to do it.
Hey,
man,
I can root for him.
I'm gonna get another rookie. I passed on him earlier, but he's still here. I'm getting Jerry Jeudy.
Dang it, bro.
Oh,
Jerry
Jeudy.
Bad Dylan. What's to save those?
Bad Dylan.
Norb's going to get the very last pick.
Well, actually, doesn't Noah have the last pick? Noah's got the last pick.
It says here, Norb.
I know it's Jinx.
Gotta go with the Broncos here.
Yeah, technically Noah was the first pick of the round.
Huh.
Right?
Okay, I see him on the board in the last little slot here.
Oh, weird.
So
yeah.
I have a question.
I'm not even on mine, but
is it more important to draft a second tight end or to get a kicker? I guess I only have one choice left, so I only have one tight end and no kicker.
I would take the kicker. I would take the kicker.
You gotta take
I feel like eventually you're gonna have to
usually
pick one up.
Usually you just try to get a kicker
At least
who's
you got a body in one of those slots.
On a great offense, because you get 1 point for all the extra points they kick or whatever. So it's like get a team that scores a bunch of touchdowns and then they'll get points by default, I guess.
Right.
I'll make my decision for kicker easier.
But there's almost no way to predict field goal attempts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just...
I don't even know if I'm going to take a kicker. I'm going to have to make that decision as we get closer to game time. I think I'd rather have a
potential starter that hasn't won his job yet.
Right.
That kind of guy.
I'd rather, I like to go upside in the final couple of rounds.
I haven't.
The Patriots released,
bro. Oh, maybe not.
Is that right?
Yeah, which teams are still out there that like are still at limbo with some of their players? Like, you know, like haven't even announced any starting spots and have some open spots available. Like that's who you're probably looking at, right, Steezy?
Right. I mean, I'm also looking at. I heard when AP got released, there were a few teams that showed interest, and so depending on where he goes, he could potentially be a late round flyer.
Yeah. But he's not going to get the. He's not going to get the bulk of the carries.
A touchdown on his 10 carries. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, I'm just saying he's my favorite player.
Yeah.
Let me see. Damian Harris. Patriots released Lamar Miller. Somebody got to play running back.
They have 7.
Well, there's a whole lot of pass catching backs. Wow, this is real hard. Darrell Henderson. He has a chance to start. You know what? I'm gonna take a flyer on Darrell Henderson. Yeah, I know he's injured, but
Calvin's
there is still potential.
Calvin. So I'm looking at two NFC West kickers. You got Robbie Good and Zane Gonzalez. I just feel like Arizona's offense is going to be a little bit better this year. But that could also mean that 49ers just get a lot of field goals, so Robbie Good could have a lot of field goals.
Right.
Oh, man.
I like the Niners offense, though. I mean, I think they're.
I like both their offenses.
Sure. I don't think they're going to be like stopped from kicking a lot of field goals. I wouldn't think, but
I think I have them. I think I have both these guys in different leagues. I'm gonna go Zane Gonzalez.
There it is.
All right, guys. I gotta go with. Hopefully, no one takes them.
There goes Robbie Good.
If I'm crowdless in Seattle, I'm going to have the crowdless, unmotivated Seahawks defense playing in silence. I know they have no pass rush. I'm not going to get the stat numbers, but I'm going to hopefully get interceptions. I hope I get some interceptions with that secondary.
But your team is now on the clock.
Ricky.
There.
Okay, I guess my turn here. Well, they took the kickers I was
hoping to get. Are you going to
get.
start them in week 1 against Atlanta? Are you going to start the Seahawks defense? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even if
you said Calvin Ridley,
I think early in the season it's just kind of a crapshoot. You know, like I'll just evaluate, even if they don't put up a great game. I mean, it's hard to predict. I mean, obviously you can pick up some defense that's playing like the Jets or something, like or some other crap offense.
Or the Jags.
You're like, or Jags, yeah, and you're just like, all right, they're probably going to have a good game, but I mean,
all right, time to get my kicker here.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Seahawks defense. See what they're going to do.
I might as well round it off. I started with an Atlanta player, and let's finish with one. The guy who kicked a bunch of onside kicks last year.
Young-Ho Koo.
He's a kicker.
Young-Ho Koo.
Young-Ho Koo. Let's go.
Young-Ho Koo.
Do you guys think that the Seahawks defensive play calling is going to be different now that Carroll kind of has his guys, like getting Jamal and getting I'm spacing the corner's name that we got from the Washington team.
Dunbar.
Yeah.
Dunbar,
but like now
Dunbar.
that he feels like, okay, these are my guys that I feel like have the talent to do what I like that the play calling will change a little bit on the defensive side. Like they'll do a little bit, you know, they'll be more aggressive, I guess, in a sense, or is it just going to be kind of the same old, let them do what they do?
You know,
because I don't think he trusted the secondary last year. Carroll was like, although I guess we say he just kind of plugged guys in and just did what he always does, even though we thought that, you know, some of those secondary guys weren't that good last year. But
well, it's time for Mr. Relevant here, and I think I'm gonna go with another guy in offense that's gonna struggle, but he, you know, maybe.
Thanks for attending.
If Allen Robinson gets hurt, maybe.
Best of luck this season.
Anthony Miller. I'll take it. Right. So the draft is officially over, guys.
Boom.
How are we feeling about our teams? I'm gonna go over.
I've already won the league.
That's how we're feeling. We're feeling good, huh? So Ricky, read us real quick. We'll get into Bolt Jeopardy in just a minute. Let's all go over real quick. Just read us the starters on your roster.
All right, Mahomes at quarterback. I'm gonna have a lot of fun watching him all year. Let's pray he stays healthy. Eckler, I love it. Running back. I mean, he catches the ball a lot. PPR league. You know, he's their main guy this year, so be interesting. Defenses will attack. You know, be expecting him this year. He was more of an unexpected guy last year, but Mostert, I kind of locked up that running back position at San Fran with Tevin Coleman on my bench as well, so I'll just kind of go with that. Michael Thomas was my keeper. Obviously, he's a stud. They added Emmanuel Sanders, who I also have on my bench. So, you know, either way, that should be productive. Odell Beckham, I mean, I'm praying he stays healthy. I'm not a fan of the Browns. I mean, there's such a mess. I just had to take the talent in Beckham and pray that he's more healthy this year, I guess. And now it's his second year in that system, it's a new system, I guess, but hopefully he'll get more touches. Higbee at tight end with Jared Cook. I'll just kind of play the matchups there at tight end. My flex can be a number of different guys. I have Ingram, Fuller, Deebo Samuel, Emmanuel Sanders, Carlos Hyde. You know, I'll kind of rotate to those. And then the Seahawks kicker and defense. You know, I'm a homer there. So I did the Homer picks. Homer picks at the end. So there we go.
Okay.
And I'll adjust there.
Well, I'm honored to be a part of the first transaction in our league yet. Matt Gay's been dropped. Mason Crossbar, welcome to the squad.
Oh, there you go. How is that? The free agency? It's just first come, first serve kind of thing?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
All right, let's go to you, Norb. Who's on your roster? How are you feeling about it?
Well,
just to start.
Again, this is my first time, obviously, doing all this, so I really have no sense as to whether I think this is going to go. I don't even know how this is going to work, to be honest with you. So this is all kind of just trying to get a lot of information and some advice, but I at least had an approach. I wasn't just throwing darts against the wall. So I went strong, went heavy on running backs early, wide receivers as well. So Derrick Henry, that guy's a beast. Todd Gurley, I know that was a big. You guys were like, what the heck? Again, I think with him and David Johnson, a couple of guys who sort of had a couple of years there where it just seemed like things weren't so well with them, but I'm hearing that these guys could have a big comeback years this year. So I'm hoping that that's the case. Again, this is not me. I wouldn't have thought that myself, but because people who know better than I gave me some advice on that, that was the way to go. So with Cam Akers, with the Rams, I think get a good workload there. And Dave Montgomery, Matheson, these guys are, to be honest, I don't really know these guys, but just trying to get as much depth as I can. So wide receivers, again, DK. Went with the homer there. Let my emotions get the best of me, but I'm hoping that as much as I'm blowing him up, he's going to blow up my numbers here in my first year in fantasy. So I'm excited to be cheering that dude on. Terry McLaurin, Brandon Cooks. There was some injury concern about Cooks, but there's injury concern about anybody, right? So I just got to hope that these guys can stay on the field. Jalen Rigor, Justin Jefferson, a couple of solid guys there. And then really after that, it's kind of just, I had Matt Ryan. He was my guy my carryover guy. So he's always a good, solid quarterback, often good numbers with underachieving team results. But I think Atlanta could be one of those teams that could surprise everybody this year. Yeah. Noah Fant, solid at tight end, but he's all I got right now. So, I figure I'll pick up some stuff along the way. And then, I guess those are the highlights. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm excited though. I feel pretty good.
Matt Ryan's a high volume guy, no matter what.
Yeah, they throw the ball
going to have
a
lot of attempts. Yeah.
Hopefully, not too many interceptions.
Yeah. All right, Calvin. Now let's analyze your squad, and just so you guys know, I'm pulling up your teams for the world to view. So Calvin, and I finally understand, Calvin, why you like Ridley so much. And I can't believe I'm an idiot for not even it's because of the first name. I like Noah Fant, you like Calvin Ridley. Now it makes sense why you're such a Ridley guy. But talk to us about your starters.
Yes, sir. Well, let's start off with Ridley. I think I have him in 3 of my 4 leagues, if not all 4 of my leagues. I'm very, very high on him. I think that he's going to be the next Chris Godwin. Because you look at last season, Tampa Bay, they had 2 receivers go over 1,100 yards. I think with Atlanta, they're going to be a very explosive offense. Julio's getting older. He's still the number 1. But Calvin Ridley, usually receivers going to their third years, they tend to explode. If he would have stayed healthy last season, he would have been on pace for over 1,300 yards and about 10 touchdowns. And so I had to make sure, I had Calvin Ridley. Zach Ertz, I usually don't target tight ends high in drafts, but because of their lack of wide receiver depth in Philly, I have to get Zach Ertz. I love that pick. Tyreek Hill, I'm a little concerned about his hamstring injuries, but I do have his handcuffs and Nicole Hardman, so I kind of lessens my concerns a little bit. But obviously, as you guys know, Chiefs are going to be one of the most explosive offenses, if not the most explosive offense in football. Tyreek Hill is going to be a huge part of that. Adam Thielen, also love that pick. He's going to be the number 1 receiver for the Vikings with not much else, competition for targets. Justin Jefferson, he's there, but he's a rookie. And obviously, with the condensed offseason, he's not going to have too much time to kind of pick up the offense. There's no preseason. So I think that's all Adam Thielen's. And when it comes to receptions and all that, Miles Sanders, I think that he's going to explode. I had him in the league last year. He's the featured back in Philly because they don't have as many receivers. Obviously, they're going to look to feed him the ball both in the ground game and in the pass game. Josh Jacobs, he was my keeper pick. I've been hearing that Las Vegas is looking to get him involved in the receiving game. He missed 3 games last year, still rushed for over 1,100 yards. Obviously, they took him in the first round for a reason. I think he's going to be potential top 5 running back this season. And last but not least, Russell Wilson. Once again, I definitely do not target quarterbacks early. I could have waited, but Russ Wilson, I really have a feeling, we're going to let Russ cook this year. I think I've been projecting that he's going to win MVP. We're going to be in a whole lot of shootouts, especially week 1 against Atlanta. It's going to be a whole lot of fireworks. I'm very excited about that pick. And then, obviously, defense, Denver Broncos. I think they're going to be a top 10 defense this season.
And then
they're going to provide a whole lot of pressure. Brandon McManus. But yeah, no, I'm very excited about this league. Obviously, there are a few picks that didn't go my way. There were some guys that I was targeting that I wasn't able to get. But all in all, I'd probably give myself maybe 7 out of 10, something like that. I think C grade.
Come on, man.
7 out of 10. Well, I'll be positive about it. Calvin's draft this year was better than last year's, and 7 out of 10 still better than last year. So.
What was Calvin's finish last year? You're already calling it's better?
He made the playoffs, but I feel like he scrapped it together a lot with free agents and trades. Whereas this year, I like the team he drafted a lot better.
All right.
I took OBJ in the first round last year.
Dylan, let's get a quick run through of your roster.
All right, so at quarterback, I decided to choose Josh Allen as Buffalo Bills QB because I had him in another league last year. And he killed it for me. My running back, so my first running back was my keeper, the best fantasy player all of last year, and hopefully this year also I kept C-Mac on my team. And then I also got Nick Chubb, Cleveland Browns running back. I'm a little worried about that one because with Kareem Hunt being back, his numbers could drop a little bit, but I think he'll still have a major role in the Browns offense. Wide receiver wise, my 2 starters, I decided to do a clean sweep. I now have DeAndre Hopkins in all 4 of the leagues I've drafted for so far. And then I also have Mari Cooper from Cowboys. My flex right now, because I drafted him first, was Jonathan Taylor, but I have a lot of guys that I'm thinking that my flex option is going to be week by week because I got a bunch of rookies on my team. I got J.K. Dobbins, Henry Ruggs, Marvin Jones, who's not a rookie, but I also have him, Jerry Jeudy. So I got a lot of people for my flex position. Then for tight end, I got Darren Waller. I got him pretty early, but I'm pretty high on the tight end from Vegas. And then my kicker, Zane Gonzalez, and the defense I got the Buffalo Bills.
Good drafts all around.
Did the Bills add a pass rusher to their defense at all?
Yeah,
they were so their linebackers and secondary were nasty last year. Yeah, but I feel like they were one pass rusher from being just an elite defense. But I like their talent though.
And so for me, the squad: Kyler Murray, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Keenan Allen, Allen Robinson, Travis Kelce, DJ Shark. I'm not sure what quarterback I'm going to start week to week. Week 1, it's Kyler versus San Fran, then Rodgers versus Minnesota, I believe. So I might go Rodgers for that one, but after that, I don't know, man. It'll be a toss-up, but I don't know. I like my squad. I like it better, obviously, than the fan league draft, but there were also 8 less teams.
You hating on your other draft, huh? Okay.
No, I think it's cool.
Is this your second draft you've done?
This is my 3rd, and I got a 4th tonight.
Okay, this is my 2nd, yeah.
So, on that note, all right. So we got a very special way that we're going to go about this. Ricky, I need a number between 1 and 10.
7.
All right. Norb, up or down?
Down.
All right, so 600 is the category of questions that we're going to start with for Boelter because we have a limited amount of time. So Boelter, once again, there are 6 categories of questions, each with 6 different levels of difficulty. When it's a player's turn, he gets to choose which question I read. Then players, quote-unquote, buzz in, and whoever buzzes first gets the first chance to answer the question. If they get it wrong, we go around the room looking for answers. The categories of questions are NBA, NFL, Seahawks, NOAA, MLB, and other. We're doing the 600 level first, and if we have time, we'll hit some more categories. Right now, the lead, there's a tie for first place between Ricky and Norb at 300 points. Calvin and Dylan going up against the world here. So, and then the levels of difficulty are 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, and mystery, but we're starting with 600. So, Ricky, I'll go to you first as the guest of all guests. What category would you like to hear the 600 question for?
MLB.
Ooh, all right.
Baseball. It's more of a natural knowledge for me.
The Mariners win total in 09.
Wow.
Total?
I have to guess the win total?
Yep.
Holy crap, Noah.
And I will give you within one.
They were I think that's a year where they were in the wild card hunt and choked down the stretch as they have done so many times in the last 20
remember
years.
anyone can buzz in and guess.
Oh, sorry.
Buzz.
Whoever
I'm oh, okay.
Yeah. Buzz 79.
Incorrect.
I got Buzz.
Buzz 82.
Incorrect.
I'm buzzing.
He said I'm buzzing.
89.
Incorrect. Calvin, are you gonna steal?
So you guys said 70s and 80s. If they made it to the wild card, they won at least 90 games, right? Or is that a little too many?
Actually, I think
that's probably a little too many.
I think I know where it is.
Donnie Pearson brings up a question. Remember when you answer it to answer in question format. Calvin.
Oh, sorry.
What is 87?
Calvin was the closest.
Oh. It was 86 or something, 85.
If I had said that you could be within 2, he would have got it, but it's 85.
I knew it.
Oh man, I was up by 3.
Mid-80s. I know, I should have gone mid-80s.
You guys are very close, so I'm very impressed. All right, Norb, let's go to you.
Name the categories again. NBA, NFL, Seahawks, MLB, and what?
Noah and other.
Noah and other. Okay.
Go get your cereal questions, Norb.
Yeah, I love those cereal questions. Yeah, what the heck? Let's go with other. There might be more cereals in there. It's my expertise.
All right. They are the Cowboys' projected starting center.
Hold up, man.
I can't.
Cowboys projected.
Think of his name. What's his name? Oh,
y'all are crazy. Any guesses? I'll give you guys another one. If nobody has an answer, I'll give you another one. All right. So the answer to that is Joe Looney.
No chance for
me. But the different question that I'm going to ask in response, because you guys are onto something very, very interesting. Cookie Crisp's mascot. He is.
The name?
Yep.
Cookie Crisps.
Dang, you did do cereals. Wait a minute. They had a mascot?
I don't know his name, but I know what he is. He's like a coyote, right? Or like a...
Yeah, like something like
wolf?
that.
Yeah, I don't know what he...
I didn't know they had a mascot.
That was not my favorite cereal.
I loved Cookie Crisp. I don't remember a mascot.
I love that cereal.
Cookie Crisp.
I'm as basic as all can be with cereal, man. I was like Cheerios and Rice Krispies.
I used to be all over those.
Any guesses? Cookie Crisp.
I don't know his name.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's the point. I don't know this
Buzz.
one.
Who was Coyote?
Good guess. Incorrect. Okay. I'll tell you guys the answer. It's Cookie Jarvis. Cookie Jarvis.
What was he?
That sounds like a fantasy football player.
I believe he was a coyote. I think that was right.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I had no idea about that one. Weird.
So I'm gonna ask you guys. You guys have one more chance here because nobody had an answer for like either of these. Like Dylan had one, but that was a shot in the dark. Last one. This one's gonna be a speed one. He is the. And remember, it has to be in question form when you buzz in. He is the Honey Nut Cheerios mascot.
I don't know his name.
Oh God.
Buzz in. Bumble. Who is Bumble the Bee?
Incorrect.
Who is Harold the Honeybee?
You got a buzz, but incorrect.
Oh, Buzz. Sorry, Buzz.
I wouldn't buzz with the same answer, but incorrect. So, Calvin, Dylan,
Buzz, B.
Who is B?
Who is B?
You guys are so disappointing. I literally made this so that the question was practically Buzz the Bee.
Buzz is his name?
Is Buzz? Like Lightyear?
Buzz the Bee. His name is Buzz the Bee.
You couldn't give it to us just for saying B?
No.
Come on.
Buzz.
I need
I felt like that was,
we had
some guesses there.
I feel bad. I feel like I don't know myself. What? Do I get to go again?
Or no, you already picked. Never mind. Calvin, let's go to you.
You know where I'm going. NBA.
NBA for 600. He has the 8th most field goal attempts all time.
8th most?
8th?
This is a guy he retired recently, and he played a lot of basketball, obviously.
Buzz. Who is Dirk Nowitzki?
Incorrect.
Buzz. Buzz. Who is Tim Duncan?
Incorrect. Calvin.
Ooh.
Buzz. Who is Vince Carter?
Incorrect.
Oh,
Norb.
Good guess.
Norb doesn't know basketball, so I'm going to give Norb a big hint right here.
It's probably not going to help.
Just say Shaq. Just say Shaq, bro.
No, I'm going to give him a really big hint. This player is on one of the teams already listed. Like, one of their 3 teams.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, like, of the 3 teams that they mentioned?
That you guys brought up.
So Mavericks. Well, Carter's been on like every team.
They're most
true.
Their most recent team.
Norb, I would say that probably your best option is going to be somebody on the Spurs.
So Atlanta, Spurs, or Mavericks? Really?
I feel like it's got to be one of the
someone
Spurs.
Who just recently retired. Who's that guy from the Spurs with the funky name? Foreign guy?
Ginobili.
Oh, Ginobili.
No.
Good guess. I mean, but I
is it Parker?
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, Parker's gonna be my next guess.
Yeah.
It can't be Parker.
It can't be an Atlanta Hawk. I think they're out. Right.
Right.
So it's Mavericks or Spurs
already.
It's Mavericks or Spurs, and he retired recently. How could it not be Dirk?
Dirk probably has more than 8.
Maybe. Yeah.
Do I have to give you an official answer?
Otherwise, you're not going to get points. Like,
okay, who's Parker? We'll just throw that one out there.
Yeah, who's Tony Parker?
Correct.
What?
What? Tony Parker.
Yeah, I know he had a hot wife.
Time in field goal attempts?
Really?
Really?
8 is such a random number. He was married to what's her name, the hot wife from Desperate Housewives, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Like
Eva Longoria.
Eva Longoria, right? I don't know if they're still married, but I remember that more than I do about his field goal stats.
I'm assuming he's number 1 in 2-point field goal attempts. I never would have thought he doesn't even shoot from the outside. Man,
barely.
All right, Dylan, the next category choice is yours.
Let's go NFL.
All right. It's going to come down to Noah. I'm already counting on it. This is great. All right. You guys better be ready for this. This is a quick one. In question format, he is the running back with the most fumbles in 2019.
Buzz. Chris Carson. Who is Chris Carson?
600 points to Ricky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, boom.
I should have jumped on
that was too easy. I didn't think it was Chris Carson.
Yeah.
I think it'd be so Seahawks centric. Dang.
It was
all right.
First thing you think of when fumbles.
Good answer.
So him last year.
Okay, and then Ricky, it's back to you. Do you want to do Noah or Seahawks?
Seahawks.
Not going to take it personally. The most. Okay, he had and I think I've asked this before. He had the most all-purpose yards in a rookie season for any Seahawks player ever.
Oh, you have asked this before. Yeah. Oh, it was somebody that like.
Buzz. It's Chris Warren. Who is Chris Warren?
Yeah, Warren. I was gonna say some running back from the '90s. I was gonna say. I knew it. I was gonna think.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Oh, Mark.
All-purpose. All-purpose yards means receiving, rushing, and Special
who is Brian Blades?
Incorrect.
It's a rookie season, right?
You know what? I'm just going to buzz. Who is Tyler Lockett?
Dylan pulls the trigger. Correct. 6 points.
Oh, that's a good one. Good. Took it too hard on that one.
Good play.
Absolutely. Well done, Dylan.
Nice.
And the last category is me. And I'll tell you this, even though two of you guys know me a lot more than the other two, I'll tell you this. All four of you know this.
Uh-oh.
It's just about how much you've been listening, because we talked about it today. The number of fantasy leagues I am in this year.
Buzz.
5.
Dylan.
What is 3?
Incorrect.
What?
Buzz.
Oh,
what is
Calvin.
4?
It was Calvin.
What is 4?
That is correct.
Oh, man.
4.
I was ahead of Cal in my headphones.
Drafted.
Okay, and so the score right now, Ricky so everybody got 1.
Yeah.
We're all tied now. We got to go to the...
Ricky and Norb
but we got bonus points,
for
though.
the lead.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Because we got a bonus points. Guest points.
What I want to do here is I want to go to the mystery category, because those are all different amounts of points. So somebody is going to win, right? So we're going to mystery here, and I'll tell you this. I already took mystery of other out. So there's 5 questions left. Mystery NBA, NFL, Seahawks, Noah, MLB. Norb, the first choice is yours.
So I can pick mystery as a category?
They're all mystery.
They're all mysteries. Oh, okay. So, but it's one of those same ones we said earlier.
Yes. So NBA,
so I can say,
NFL,
so I can go Seahawks. Oh, I see. Seahawks mystery then.
Okay. He has the most field goals made in a single season.
Buzz. Who is
Dylan.
Josh Brown?
Incorrect.
I was going to almost say him, too.
Buzz. Who is Norm Johnson?
Who said Buzz?
I did. I said Buzz. Who is Norm Johnson?
No. Incorrect.
Oh, my God. I'm, spacing the name of the Seahawks
Buzz.
Super Bowl kicker.
Buzz. Who is Orlando Martin?
Incorrect.
Who is the Seahawks kicker that won the Super Bowl? He's on the Bills now.
No, he's not on the Bills. He got released.
Oh, my God. Right.
Don't say.
Yeah, Buzz, whose house? I mean, that's what I want to say.
I don't deserve it. The answer.
I don't deserve it, but I'm going to say who is Hauschka. Okay. Yeah.
I was incorrect.
Nah, I wouldn't have gave you those points. I wouldn't have gave you the answer.
Yeah.
Todd Peterson.
What? When?
99. He had 34.
In 99.
Holmgren's first season.
Yeah, I was going to say Holmgren's first year. Yeah, I was going to say John the Kitna years.
Wow.
99 was a beautiful
and that was
year.
Most field goals?
That was the year we
points?
lost to Miami, right?
Yep.
In the playoffs. Yep.
Wow.
When we were still in the AFC?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. The last.
Yeah.
The last. Finally.
Dan Marino,
right,
I think.
Let's go to Calvin then. The next choice is yours. Category.
I think you know where I'm going. NFL.
Oh.
Yeah, you said NBA.
I don't even know you anymore.
Now I don't know where you're going.
Oh man.
All right, I've told you this, guy. I've told this to you guys before. Ricky, you have not heard this from me unless you've watched everything I've ever put out there. But you still have a legit chance to guess this. He has the most yards per touch of a current player.
Oh, God, we did go over this.
We did?
It could be somebody who just played one season
of a current player.
Or is there some sort of minimum? Is there a minimum amount of touches?
No, it's just as of right now. Well, I'm sure there is. I don't know. It's a prominent name. I'll tell you that. It's not like somebody that hopped onto the scene.
Say the question again one more time. It's the
most yards per touch of a current player.
Buzz. Who is Tyreek Hill?
Incorrect. Good guess.
God, is he still playing? I'm trying to think.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Most yards per touch for a current player. And this is a prominent name that we've known for a while.
Like career?
Is it for one season?
Overall,
career.
Like overall is career. Yeah.
Career.
Oh, career.
Who's still playing? Okay, so this is
there's
and he's a prominent
one
name.
guy
We
that
drafted him today.
Oh, we drafted him today.
Dude, I bet it's guy on my team.
Buzz, Mecole Hardman? Who is Mecole Hardman?
He didn't just pop on the scene last year. Incorrect.
He did say a prominent name, like a big name.
True.
Norb, Dylan?
Did one of us pick him?
I'm not going to give you that.
Oh my God, I have such a good guess right now. I have such a good guess. And I want to do it so bad.
Yards per touch. Buzz. Who is Deebo Samuel?
Incorrect. You guys are gonna
Buzz.
Face palm.
Buzz. Adrian Peterson.
Norb. Incorrect. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Ricky. Who do you got? Wait, hold on.
Brown? Downtown Brown?
Never mind. Oh, guys, Julio Jones.
Oh,
really?
What?
Julio Jones.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
15 yards.
that's true. You guys get explosive plays.
I guess he just only gets deep routes then, I guess. Wow. I thought he had too many flat routes to be
it's
up
so
there.
obvious afterwards.
What's the total? How many yards?
Well, if I tell you it's a prominent player, it's not going to be Marquise or Marquise Brown. It's not going to be or Dylan's guess or Calvin's guess. So like,
hey, Tyreek. I said Tyreek Hill. Give me
or running back. Okay, that was the best guess.
He's in the top 5, right? Is Tyreek Hill in the top 5? I hope.
I don't have that in front of me. If current players, I believe so though.
How many yards was Julio Jones? How many yards was it?
15.
15 yards.
All right. Dylan, the next choice is yours. There's Noah, MLB, or NBA.
Let's go NBA.
I'm taking Noah out of this because Ricky doesn't have a chance at it. So we'll go NBA here, and then there's MLB still. What?
I don't have a chance to NBA? Why?
No, on the Noah question because it's just strictly about me. And you wouldn't know it.
That's true.
The other 3 would know it, but actually I doubt that. But
we probably don't know.
Right.
I follow your Instagram. I could guess. I see you flexing all the time on your workouts.
He has the 3rd most defensive rebounds in a single season.
Can I buzz? Buzz.
Yeah. You can. Yes.
Who is Dennis Rodman?
Incorrect.
That would have been my guess.
This is a very, very prominent name.
Buzz.
Oh,
who is Wilt Chamberlain?
Incorrect. Calvin.
Buzz. Who is Kevin Garnett?
Incorrect. Norb.
Oh, Lord. What is it again? Say the question again.
I think he was. Yeah, repeat it one more time.
He has the 3rd most defensive rebounds in a single season.
A single season.
Norb, guess Tony Parker again.
Say Manu Ginobili, I guess. That's what happens.
Right. This is a very prominent name, Norb. Very prominent. You know who he is. We all do. Very guessable. And we've said his name today.
Yeah, I already said today. Remember I told you to guess something earlier?
I wasn't listening on the NBA part.
I didn't know.
I gave you a name.
He's not still playing. But
I know who it is. I know who it is.
Okay.
We've said his name.
Think of the most famous basketball player.
Who's
what?
Shaquille? Who's
Shaquille
O'Neal? I was going to say Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Is that it?
Shaq? Did I hear a buzz? Shaq?
Buzz. Who is
That's
Shaquille
correct.
O'Neal?
Yeah, I knew it. That's what I was going to say. Oh, man.
So thanks for all the hints.
I'll tell you. We love you, Norb.
Norb wins the NBA questions.
Yeah, my worst topic, and I'm getting all my correct answers. I can't even get the cereal box right for crying out loud.
All right, so I'll tell you this. Norb just took a 1-point lead.
Wow.
So it's down to the last question.
Norb, you better start picking NBA now when you're
I'll tell you this, though. The last question means anybody could win. Literally anybody. If anybody gets this right.
All right.
So what's categories remaining?
It's the last category.
Oh, it's it. Okay.
It's the last question right here. Buzzer beater.
Okay.
I need And for this one, let's keep it. I'm making an executive decision. We're keeping it as the same rules as before. So within one, it is the Mariners win total in 06.
Buzz, 88.
Incorrect.
Actually, that was a crappy season.
Buzz.
What did they do in 06?
What is 72?
Sorry, I should have said what is.
Incorrect. Dang it.
Hot or cold?
I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Trying to remember what they did that year. 06. Let's see.
Calvin, that might have been the 116.
I'm on a table talk, but 03 was their last 90-win season, and then they went into a tank for a few years. So I don't know. I think they started to float back up right around then. I think that's like Richie Sexton Beltre year when they picked up those two.
Shout out Ben Peterson just texted me the answer. Cal, don't look at that phone. Okay. But all right, Calvin, Norb, do we have a guess? Buzzer beater?
They didn't make the playoffs. They weren't. They haven't been in the playoffs in forever.
Yeah, of course.
So we know they know it's a number less than 90. The question is how far
70.
down is it?
What is 70?
Incorrect.
What have been the guesses so far?
I think it's above Dylan and below me.
72,
yeah,
70.
I think it's between 88 and 72 for sure, Norb.
I would go on the lower side. Towards me?
All right.
You know what's funny? Norb doesn't even need this. So
yeah, I would go between.
Actually, how about this? Norb, if you don't get this right, we're gonna keep going until somebody gets it.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, the pressure.
Let's make it interesting, shall we?
All right, Buzz, what is... Okay, say the numbers one more time. You had 88, 72, and what?
And here's the other thing, though.
70.
After this round, it's not within one. You have to get the exact number. So this is your best chance.
I like how these rules just kind of keep changing along as the game goes along.
We just want to make noise.
Buzz, what is 77?
Correct.
Oh my!
Like on the nose?
Shot in the dark.
It's 78, but that was the last. Like I said, if you're within one on this round only, it is a lot. Jeez, Norb with a buzzer beater taking the crown. Norb is the king of Boelter. Pretty sure he's undefeated.
He is.
I'm the most uninformed lucky guy on Bolt Jeopardy. Let's just get that one right.
I'm a Mariner fan with all my bobbleheads. I couldn't even get in the Mariner questions right.
Hey man, credit to you guys. Thanks for coming on the show, Ricky Villa, Norb, and then as always my two wonderful co-hosts Dylan and Calvin. Real quick, I want to give you guys an opportunity. Shout out where we can find all your content. Norb, let's go to you first.
All right. My name is Norb Kawili, but everybody knows me as NorbCam. And you can find me pretty much everywhere as NorbCam, on YouTube, on social media, at NorbCam, and even on Facebook, everything. And TikTok, at NorbCam. Just look me up, NorbCam.
All right. Ricky Villa.
At DJ Ricky V as in Victor. I think 1024. I don't know about my handles, but I'm going to try and get in more of this YouTubing sports talk stuff. I've always wanted to be in the sports talk. I know I've done it with, I've been on your show a couple times, Noah, and if I'm blessed for you to have me on, I'd like to do more. And just follow me there.
Hey man, it is our pleasure to have you, man. We would love to have you on for some more. Dylan, let's go to you.
All right, so I don't have a YouTube channel yet. I know I need to get on it, but you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at DylanBrueski13. That's DylanBrueske 13. Find me at both of those, Twitter and Instagram.
All right, and Calvin, let's go to you.
Yes, sir. Be sure to show everybody here some love. And last but not least, don't forget to show me some love at Steezy A. Smith, SteezyASmith. If you want some new gear, new merch, let me know. Another new design right here. A little space thing. Let me zoom in a little bit.
Get it?
You can find me on Instagram at Steezy A. Smith, YouTube, Steezy A. Smith, Facebook, and my new page at Steezy A. Smith. If you want to follow my actual page on Instagram, it'll be Steezy_way. But before you follow me, follow these guys.
So real quick, just breaking news: the trade was proposed to me, and it is not getting accepted. I'll just tell you that right now. Sorry, Nick LaBow. He wants Devontae Parker and Ronald Jones for Marlon Mack and Darius Slayton. I'm just gonna reject that before the end of the show. Before the end of the show, just for good measure. I love you, Nick, but sorry, buddy, I'm never making that deal. Neither of your guys were even on my board, but what I will say, it's been great to have you guys all on the show. And this is a foreshadowing moment. First of all, I see Ricky to my right more often. I see Calvin. Calvin just told me some really exciting news last night. Obviously, it is his news to share, and I'm not going to do it, but I'm proud of Calvin. He has come a very far way. He has done a lot of great stuff, and he has some great stuff coming forward. I also have an announcement that I'm going to share with you guys down the road here about something really great just happened in my life as well. So Calvin and I are both very fortunate with some great news that happened. Just foreshadowing. We're not going to tell you what it is, but upcoming, there's some good stuff from this corner of the world. Also, next week, we got some collabs coming up. I'm doing some stuff with Sleeta. He just told me that he's got to move it to Thursday, I believe. So it'll probably be on Thursday morning type. We're doing our weekly roundtable on Norbs on Wednesday. And then, Norb, you have a collab with Sleeta. Is that tomorrow or a week from tomorrow? Tomorrow,
right?
No,
tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 4 o'clock for us, 7 o'clock for Eastern time. So, yeah, we will be doing a live collab with a little wager on the Seahawks-Falcons game.
Interesting.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Can't wait to watch it.
Which will be weird because I'll be rooting for their quarterback and their kicker.
And their running back.
Welcome to the fantasy football world.
And the running back. I guess they got to figure out who's on the lineup.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever. I never do that. Like, even if I have a guy, I'm like, screw them when they face the Seahawks. I hope he throws 5 picks.
Well, he's my quarterback at this point. So, well, I guess at this point I've got to go with him. So, well, I guess no matter what, there'll be pros and cons to that whole game, no matter what. So, and we'll see. It'll be a fun trash talk though, and we've collaborated on a lot of different occasions over the years, and I think he's got a couple up on me since we've had more bad luck down in Atlanta than we've had good luck, at least on our collaboration. So hopefully this will turn the tide for our teams, so Seattle can get off to a winning start for 2020.
No question about it, man. Stay tuned for that. I love all of you guys. New animations coming on some of my stuff as well. As you see in the video right here, show some love. Hit that subscribe button as I am a broke college student. As always, guys, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much. It is your home for Saturday morning sports on YouTube now, The BOELT.
Thanks for having us on, man. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Peace.
Oh.
I'll mute this real quick.
Damn, Ricky got out of here.
And just to let everybody else know, hey, thanks for watching this simulcast of the draft of the BOELT League. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is, again, my first time doing a draft, so we'll see how the season goes. Already interesting with this whole Atlanta Seahawks first game, and fantasy is so tied up with my team. So we will talk to you guys later. Got my collab, again, as you heard, tomorrow evening, 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So if you'll watch that, it's going to be very, very interesting. All right, you guys have a great, wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you guys. See you tomorrow. Go Hawks.